Hello, kiddies. Your pal, the Crypt Keeper, has gone Hollywood in a big way. Care for a little shriek preview?
What the hell are those things? Demons or something?
This property is hereby condemned.
Now the demons are back.
You're not worth the flesh you're printed on.
And one day they find the seventh key here on Earth.
Po duck, well then there, motherfucker!
Summertime. Now that's entertainment!
Come on, everybody, it's time to play. Hello.
Welcome, everybody, to Midnight Cinema. I am Art Hennessey in San Diego, California.
And I am the Crypt Keeper here in good old Salem, Massachusetts, here with my favorite podcaster, Art Hennessey.
Eric, Art Hennis Scream was right there.
Yeah, I
right
know.
there.
I was sweating. I blew it.
Who are you really?
I'm John Cassier. I'm Erik Rodenhiser here in Salem, Massachusetts.
Uh-huh.
Which is a great place to live, get it?
All right. So Eric and I are obviously having fun this week because the movie that we are going to talk about, its full title is Tales from the Crypt, Demon Night.
Why? Why is it that? Do you know why?
Well, it has a little history of its production, right?
Oh my God, I'm going to do this voice for the entire thing. I'm sorry.
It's going to be hard. I will say we were really good on our last week's podcast, An American Werewolf in London. Go listen to it, everybody, if you haven't. It's a really fun podcast. We were good about holding off on our British accents.
We were?
For that podcast. I thought so. I thought it could go bad in something like that.
Yes. But just so this is an actual movie that was in theaters. Tales from the Crypt. There wasn't a Tales from the Crypt movie yet. This was it.
Yes, this was the first one.
The only reason why this is a movie is if Tales from the Crypt did it. They're like, well, it's got to be Tales from the Crypt then. It wasn't even. It was just called Demon Night.
Yeah, like a lot of scripts in Hollywood, they can float around. For instance, Die Hard 2, that was not a Die Hard movie. They didn't write it as a Die Hard movie. That was a script that had been floating around Hollywood about an airport terrorist takeover. And they made it into a Die Hard sequel. So this happens a lot. So this was a case of a script was floating around Hollywood for a number of years. Demon Night.
Like a ghost.
All right, stop. I can't. Oh my God, this is going to be tough, Art.
I think they wrote this script, the original script writers, in 1987 or something. And it finally made it to the big screen in 1995. This is Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Night, directed by Ernest Dickerson. It's also starring Billy Zane, William Sadler, Jada Pinkett, PCH Pounder, Thomas Hayden Church. Amazing cast of people in this.
Jada Pinkett when she wasn't Jada Pinkett Smith.
That's correct.
I didn't know who she was when I first saw this movie, just so you know. Completely unknown to me. And also Billy Zane didn't know who he was.
Yeah, Billy Zane is in this. What would you say the biggest thing Billy Zane would be known for right now?
Back to the Future 2 and 3.
Well, right.
Which he's in.
He is in.
Everybody has. Well, I think he has one line. Do this the easy way or the hard way? The easy way. Come on. No, I would say, for me, I know what you want me to say, but I'm going to say The Phantom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that has a cult following, The Phantom. Yes.
Same year or almost the same year, right? 1996. But
yeah, this is 95, 96. But most people would know him as the incredibly horrible fiance of Kate Winslet in Titanic.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's debatable. Did she choose that guy? I mean, she chose him. Did she? I don't know. Yeah, isn't that funny? Titanic, he's known for that. Yeah. Billy Zane.
I'm sure he likes the royalties from it. I'm sure he likes the residuals from being in that movie. But he's done a lot, Billy Zane. He would be the name actor here. But yet this movie took a little turns through development. Finally, as you said, Tales from the Crypt is an anthology series that played on HBO. Very, very successful. It ran 90-something episodes, ran through the 1990s, like at the end of the 80s through the 1990s. It ended not too long after this movie came out. But a lot of those...
They're devoting themselves to Hollywood.
That's right. Well, a lot of the horror series, anthology series that we know of, like Tales from the Dark Side had a few movies. This was something that would then happen. They would make anthology movies in the theater from these television
I always
shows.
wanted them to be so good art. Whenever, like, the Tales from the Dark Side and all the other ones. But is that the one that Gargoyles was in?
Yes.
Where they did this Tales from the Dark Side. I so wanted these to be good. And then what was the other one? Creep Show. But this one's not that. This one, they decided to do a movie. But I always want... The good thing about these when they're doing just segments is if one sucks, you can hope that the other one is better.
Yes. Now, Eric, here's my journey with this movie.
Oh, you had a journey?
I had never seen this movie ever.
Oh.
It falls into a weird category for me, a weird time frame for me. This was a time frame, the sort of early 90s to mid 90s, where I was in the Army and overseas. So there's a lot of movies that I did not see, believe it or not, in this time frame, because I would have to rely on the movies that were actually coming to Korea as big movies that you would go to a Korean movie theater and see. So big blockbusters. So
what? Demon Knight wasn't a big blockbuster.
Demon Knight wouldn't be one
in Korea.
Now,
what?
My only shot at seeing a movie like Demon Knight would be the post theater that was on base. And those theaters would usually run either the big blockbuster from 4 months ago or something like Demon Knight. That would be your options.
Ooh, so
and it'd usually be only one screen. So it's not like you had multiple options. It's whatever was playing. So you would see The Three Musketeers with Charlie Sheen and all of those people, that version of it. Or you would see Man's Best Friend with Ali Sheedy.
Man, that's wow. You got some great choices as my seat falls down.
You'd see Schindler's List or Demon Knight. Like those would be your options on a day-to-day.
There's a couple of, I don't know, it's a toss-up for me.
So Demon Knight never made it to the Korean theaters and never made it to the post theater, at least while I was there.
But you, Art, did not see this movie except for this podcast.
Never seen this movie. So you suggested this movie for this week. And for a little behind the scenes for people, when one of us suggests a movie that the other has not seen, I don't know about you, Eric, but what I do is I don't watch a trailer for it. I don't read anything about it before I do that first watch. I want to just go into it. So really quick.
Seen them all. I've seen them all. You're like, hey, maybe you haven't seen this one.
You've seen them all.
So
now I even texted to you. You said, let's do Tales from the Crypt Demon Night. And I said, I've never seen it. And I said, I love a good anthology movie, which I do. I love anthology movies. So I put this on, Eric, and we're going to talk about it as it goes through. I'll show you the time for stamps as to when this happened. About 38 minutes into the movie is when I realized this wasn't an anthology movie, that this was the only movie. This was the only story going to see.
Well, you know
we'll
how
talk about it as we go on.
I read all of your texts thoroughly.
Yes.
So I probably saw anthology and said to myself, let him think it is. I had no idea. I also think it's hilarious that 38 minutes in, you're still thinking, oh, this is going to wrap up pretty quick. Awesome.
We'll talk about it.
Awesome.
Eric. Because also, before we move on, I'm thinking, Eric, this is weird. I'm seeing all of the actors that I saw in the opening credits in this first story.
That's awesome.
I was like, I recognize everybody. What is it going to be a repertory piece? Are they all going to play parts in the other sections? Like I was completely, it was so funny to me when I finally realized, this is one story that I'm watching. And we're going to be with these characters.
30-something minutes in.
Yeah, it was over 30 minutes in when I realized that. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
they usually run about 15 minutes. the other one.
So as we said, the script floated around Hollywood. And Erik, it made a stop at one of your favorite directors. Tom Holland was attached to this film, the director of Fright Night. This was going to be his follow-up to Child's Play 2 or Child's Play or one of the Child's Play. Yeah.
I think Child's
Play. This was what he was thinking was going to be his follow-up was Demon Night. And he even went so far as to sketch out scenes and present things and do some production stuff. And then it moved on.
What was his follow-up art? What did he land on?
What did he land on? I know we discussed it on that podcast.
No, I don't think we did because I think he shot a movie with Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, Fatal Beauty, which is a famous bomb. Yeah.
A bomb.
Famous. Yeah.
Like, can you imagine Tom Holland directed this one? I don't, if someone else directed, I love this director. Mm-hmm. He hasn't done, I don't think, any films that I can think of, but I thought the direction in this was awesome.
But Erik, I have to say, reading that afterwards, I could completely see Tom Holland directing this movie. I could imagine Tom Holland doing this movie from what I know of his work.
Art, I'm going to apologize to you and everybody listening right now when I just can't help myself with my Crypt Keeper tick. So I think this director was dead on. So sorry. It's gonna keep
happening.
I'm gonna try not to do the laughter afterwards, but the voice is gonna come out. So I'm sorry, everyone.
So yeah, it moved on through a couple of genre movie makers, Erik. It next went to the Pumpkinhead creators. That's who got it in their hands next, right? That didn't work out. No. And it moved on to Mary Lambert, who directed the first Pet Sematary movie, the one from the original
really
Pet Sematary movies, which is a good movie. Yeah. Yeah. But definitely a future, probably Midnight Cinema entry there. And then she ended up doing Pet Sematary 2. Instead with, I noticed your face changed because you were very excited about Pet Sematary. And then I watched your whole face change.
Yeah. And then they're like, no, you're not directing this one.
Yeah,
we saw Pet Sematary too.
And it finally ended up in the hands. Do you know much? So you said you don't know much about his other work, Ernest Dickerson, but he was the cinematographer for all those early Spike Lee movies. He was a collaborator with Spike Lee. So think about Do the Right Thing, and all of those early Spike Lee movies. He was the cinematographer on those. So there's some nice camera work. I'll point out a few things in here that I like that he's doing. You're like, oh my God, as Erik takes a drink.
Great. How about I take a drink every time you point out those things, and you take a drink every time I go, like.
All right. Well, so they're going to do the Tales from the Crypt, Erik. Here it is.
Right. Demon Night, the name of the movie.
Demon Night.
But it has to be Tales from the Crypt, Demon Night.
Right. And so we're going to open this movie as if you're watching the television show.
Oh, we're going?
We're going. Yeah.
All right. You talk about the opening and I'll help you out. Go.
Okay.
Go.
The opening is moving through, a gate opens, we're going up a hill, it's a creepy tire swing, going up into a house, then down into the basement. It's actually quite long, but it's
really good.
Now that is the actual opening, right? If I remember correctly from when we watched the TV show. Is it the actual opening from HBO?
I don't know if they embellished it or not because I don't remember the opening, but they had some CG even in there. They had like these glowing posts with like demon faces on them as you're going down the stairs. It's really good. I would love this as a haunted house to go through. It's really cool.
And it always ends with it opening up and the Crypt Keeper pops up out of the coffin and he gives his laugh and it fades to Tales from the Crypt.
I'm not familiar with the laugh. Can you do it? Ow. See, everybody, it's not just me. Art pulls out these gems. You think he's just like Shakespearean actor, but he does this weird shit and it's good. That was a better Crypt Keeper. You were dead on. So I already... Ghouls and boys, it was great.
And so I think me watching it, Erik, I was thinking this is an anthology film, like, oh, here we are, opening Crypt Keeper. We're gonna start. I thought, we're gonna start the movie. Yep. And boy, do we start here. This is
This is where Tales from the Crypt is like, we have to somehow make sure everybody knows this is a Tales from the Crypt, because now we have a new opening. This is the movie, right? It's a slasher movie.
It's in a bedroom. There's a woman who, and I say woman with a capital. I mean, this is like a woman that was, if you used AI and you create, what would a 13-year-old boy want, right, Eric?
Yes,
want to look at or have on as a poster on his wall.
It's that horror movie. Yeah, woman that with just the boobs are just too much.
The blonde hair, and she's and she's lying on a bed, but it's that Tales from the Crypt, sex and gore, blood. She has blood across her abdomen, like as if somebody dragged their bloody hand across her abdomen. But she's talking on the phone to somebody.
Yes, and she's like, I did it. I killed him. And I know we're going to have lines throughout this movie, but she goes, makes me feel all hot and squishy. Squishy. And I'm going to sound, this is probably going to make me sound like a creep. So if you end up editing out, okay, fine. But this is the era of my favorite underwear for men and women, the 80s. The underwear in this movie, I'm like, oh my gosh. I don't know why they stopped making these kinds of underwear for men and women, but just so you know, through this movie, I'm noting the underwear. I'm like, oh, that's the underwear that I like. So is that creepy, everybody? No. Art just laughs like, yes, it is. Yes.
No, I think
it's
not noticing these things. We are a podcast. We're a podcast. We're going to try to put things in context for the audience, Eric.
It's fashion art.
Some of our listeners weren't around then. They don't know, and you're trying to let them know.
That's right. Thank you, Calvin Klein, for all you did in the 80s.
Squishy, the reason I said that's a good adjective is because immediately we cut down to the basement and we see that she said he's soaking downstairs and we go downstairs and there's a bloody tub vat or something in this.
She's trying to melt the body.
Yes. But it's red liquid. It's like, and the body looks like it, but then the body's getting up. It's not dead.
Oh. But no, it is dead, Art, because you see when it's coming up, pieces of flesh are tearing off.
We're only seeing him from behind.
Yeah.
And he puts his hand on the banister, but when he grabs the banister, one of his fingers comes off sort of on the banister, and his hand's like falling apart, you would think of as like going up the banister. So it's really squishy, gross,
hot
drippy.
Squishy. It's hot.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and this is also now their Tales from the Crypt Tales from the Crypt, has a chance to go a little further with their gore and nudity, because she's in the tub and she's naked,
and they're doing cuts as she's in the tub. If she's like washing her arm, they'll cut to this creature coming up and its arm all mottled and flesh sort of sloughing off, and if they cut to her cheek, it'll show his cheek kind of melting off. So they're juxtaposing those two things, like you said. It's that unartful. It's sort of like just head on, here are her boobs, like she's in the tub.
Yes,
right?
There are boobs. They're not. They were made by somebody. These
right, and like I said, it's not. There's no artistry to it. It is just here's what you paid your ticket for or something.
When I did my notes, I had boobs with 7 O's. Boobs. So for those of you who are waiting for a podcast where we have some boobs, there's our first right there.
This might be the most. This right?
Yes,
by far.
I have other films for you where it just be ridiculous.
No, but this is definitely
this is it.
Gonna be
it
up
will
there.
be. It will be.
Yeah.
Yep.
And our guy comes into the bathroom. She's not realizing it. He comes over. He has is it a hatchet that
no,
he has?
It's I believe it's a. You got me on that one. But I believe it's a Friday the 13th knife, that big
okay,
giant knife.
But he raises it up, and then
she screams, "Ooh!" Yep. Director cuts it.
Yeah. Director cuts, but who's the director, Eric?
Steven Spielberg?
Cut!
Steven Spielberg.
Spielberg, aren't you killing me? Who was it?
And I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed this cut. I enjoyed him with his director's beret on. Although we should say the Crypt Keeper is the director of this production we're watching.
Sitting in the chair. Everything you think of like a 50s director. No, 40s director. What is that? With the big shoulders.
Yeah.
And the scarf. Is that 30s, 50s, 40s?
Yes, I would say
20s.
And he's got to direct the beret and everything, and he's talking. And I love the way they stage this because he's not in his usual set that we see him at home, in his thing. So they're using ways to mask because he's a puppet, So he'll be behind. He'll be shot from a distance, but the director's chair is in front of him or to the side. They're finding clever ways to film him and hide the puppetry people underneath him.
While we're there, then 3 different things they're doing. They've got an actual actor when they want to make him moving around from behind. Then they got this amazing animatronic face puppet. That thing is like, I mean, not CG. And then what I found out is then when they really need him to animate, they had the actor wearing a green screen face and they put the face on it.
Oh wow!
Did you know that?
See, I didn't know that. I didn't.
Well,
I assumed everything was a. I assumed everything was a puppet or animatronics that they were doing. But yes, the thing you mentioned, like his face is so articulate, it moves, and his cheekbones raise, and everything. So
yeah, it's kind of like art if E.T. was a maniac. That's what the same to E.T.'s, all the eyebrows and stuff. But this is if E.T. was like high on crack.
You might even say, Eric, it's an Oscar-worthy performance.
Oh, very good. Maybe you could get a Golden Globe. No,
Eric, we're gonna have to. People are gonna turn this off.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, everybody.
No, that's what you're in for.
But when he cuts, we should mention our ghostly, our ghoulish, drippy, decaying person turns around, and it's John Larroquette in that outfit.
And
but
what I love, he's got no makeup on his face at all because you could clearly, so you could see who it is as a cameo. I thought that was awesome. Where he turns around, he's like, "What? What?"
Uncredited. He doesn't appear anywhere in the credits. Yeah.
And for the longest time, Art, I thought this was the voice of the Crypt Keeper because I messed up John Larroquette and John Cassier. So I thought this was his cameo. I was so wrong. So anyone who thinks it is, it's not. It's not.
And of course, he's upset that the Crypt Keeper thinks that he wasn't giving a good performance.
No.
He's no Gory Cooper.
There you
he's
go.
No Robert Dedford.
No Robert Dedford. If you want puns from the Crypt Keeper, that's what I love about the Crypt Keeper. He's just so punny the whole time.
Yeah. And so he's gone Hollywood. We're going Hollywood, he's telling the audience in a big way here. And then he does his usual thing that he does to start the shows too. And in the comics, I should say. They go, I call this one. And they always say the title of the story. So he's like, this one is Demon Night. So I'm Eric going, ooh, the first one. Here we go, the first story.
I hope it didn't ruin it for you. Because
no, to me, it's very funny, Eric.
I think it's funny that you thought it was an anthology.
Here's the first story. But Eric, in my defense, and everybody listening, because you've heard us lay out how this movie starts, wouldn't you see why I was thinking that? Like, I was not thinking.
Yeah, we're all thinking that, Art. We're all thinking, But it's your first watch. And also, I want to point out it's Demon Knight with a K.
Yes, we should say that.
Demon Knight. So just want to point out that you're like, why is it Demon Night? I don't get it. So nice little play on words.
Well, and it opens with a road out in the desert, hilly roads in nighttime, and it's a car chase. We have 2 cars chasing. One's chasing the other one down the road. And in the first car we don't know his name yet. We have William Sadler, Eric.
Who's great. He is so great in this movie.
Yeah.
This guy taking this movie as seriously as all of his other roles. So
yes. And he's been in a lot of stuff. People would recognize him. I'm going to play this game again with you, Erik. What do you think his most recognizable role would be outside of this?
Oh, God, I can't answer that one because I didn't know who he was when I first watched this.
Mm-hmm.
And now I don't remember.
Well, there's a movie that's probably one of the most watched movies of all time, number 1 on IMDb, that people recognize him. He's Elwood in Shawshank Redemption. He's the guy, remember?
Holy crap, of course.
Why'd you play some Hank Williams when you got in that shop? And the guy who's a Southern guy? Yeah.
Yes.
So a lot of people would recognize him there, but there's somebody that I think you adore that you would recognize him from. He is the Grim Reaper that Bill and Ted.
Oh, come on. Yes, of course. He was so good in that with his accent. 2 of the 3.
Yes.
He's playing it. Yes, he was great in that. And he took it just as seriously. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted's, the Grim Reaper.
He is so good in those movies. And they brought him back. They rebooted Bill and Ted. They did the 3rd chapter. It's pretty good. I will actually recommend it to you if you enjoy that. So that's William Sadler. If people would recognize him.
Yeah. And there's a guy chasing from behind.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Billy Zane.
Yes, who we mentioned earlier.
Right, cowboy hat,
white cowboy hat, I should add, and a white coat, like a
I love the way you
duster.
make shit up on this part. It's a brown duster.
Oh, it's a brown duster. It's brown,
white.
But it's light colored because I think they're doing that.
The anthology. That's what it was.
So they're going, and is he driving? Billy Zane driving a Trans Am? Is that what he's driving? He was driving kind of a sporty car,
It's a cool car.
Cool car. So he's driving. So William Sadler is being pursued by him, and he's run out of gas.
So, typical.
So yep. So he runs out of gas. He goes down and he takes a few shots at the car, but that's coming towards him at a high rate of speed. Yep. And Billy Zane does not let up on the gas.
No,
does not, and just plows right into the car, and it blows up. So
great fire effects because the hood underneath the engine catches on fire underneath the hood, and Sadler's car is sideways, so he rams into it just as the guy jumps out of the car, and the explosion. We love fire effects.
Yes,
right. That was
this is back in the 90s where they were still doing them. It's not CG.
Nope.
Fire effects.
Two cars biting the dust.
Yes. So the car blows up, and this is where we look. William Sadler looks at the mayhem, the fire, and he pulls up his hand. And he looks at his hand, and he has these tattoos on his hand.
Yeah,
they're like little star-shaped things, and there's 7 of them or something in a ring around his on the palm of his hand. He looks at them. Yeah.
And I think right then we just see the tattoos. We don't see anything else.
No, that comes
little stars on his hand.
So William Sadler hoofs it into the nearest town, which is Wormwood, New Mexico. We see, so we know we're in New Mexico out there. It looks like New Mexico, the whole landscape there.
A name in the Bible, isn't it? Wormwood. It's isn't Wormwood like it's a hell and brimstone type of wormwood is a name. And also so. Wormwood's isn't Wormwood a character? Usually if you name Wormwood,
yes,
you're evil.
Yeah. I think it's you're thinking of is it Screw Tape Letters maybe? C.S. Lewis is Wormwood.
There you go. There you go.
I think might be one of the characters there. So he tries to steal a car. There's a diner there, all night diner in the middle of nowhere in New Mexico on the road.
Yeah. And there's a kid and he's like, "Oh, I'm just making sure the lock's working." And then the kid calls for his dad. Dad! It's a little kid. And then the dad comes out and William Sadler takes off. Right?
Yeah. And William Sadler takes off and he runs in. Where does he actually meet this guy? He goes in someplace else that seems like it's closed, and he meets another character here, Dick Miller, which I'm surprised hasn't been in anything you and I have covered yet, because this guy was all over movies from like the 60s through the 90s.
And only bit parts. He hardly ever got like a lead role like in this one. But he was in The Terminator. Hey, You can't load that here. He was in the original Little Shop of Horrors.
Yep.
Right?
And played a lot of Roger Corman. I was like, why was this guy not popping up in Humanoids from the Deep somewhere? I was wondering as a fisherman, right?
And fun side fact is that in my stint in Hollywood doing movies, I was on the set of Small Soldiers, which I would cut from. I don't think I'm in it. But Dick Miller is a main character in that. And I met him. In between takes. He was a nice guy. He's like, yeah, how you doing? How's everybody doing? Okay. So I met Dick Miller. So I was always excited to see him in the movie.
Yeah.
Dick Miller.
And he's playing Willie.
Willie the drunk.
Willie the drunk. Yeah. So, and we get this a little bit of religious conversation here to set up our themes. Dick Miller said, God's doing some serious thinking tonight.
Yeah. Yes. True. That's true. There are little bits in that.
God's doing some serious thinking tonight. He says, God's thinking maybe I should have given it all to the monkeys.
Yep. Wow. Yeah. Good lines for you, Art, there.
Yeah.
He's taking him to a place where he knows he can stay overnight. So Willie's taking with this unknown person yet. I don't think we know his name yet.
We don't know his name, and he's just a stranger in town. And Willie says, I know where you can go.
And I thought one thing we don't do, Art, here, which I put in a lot of my notes, was meanwhile.
Yes, this is going to be tough, Eric. There is a lot of cross-cutting in this movie.
So what we're doing, I think, if we can,
what do we do? Yeah.
We'll tell everybody, too, is that if we have a scene, we'll stick with technically that scene.
That's right.
Until that scene's done. But then we'll go, okay, this is interspersed with this scene. Because there's a lot of cutting back and forth.
Right. So what we're going to do is, should we stick with let's stick with William Sadler and Uncle Willie for now.
Yeah,
and then
sure.
Then we'll go back.
Let's try. We're going to try, everybody.
Right.
So they're going back to this a
halfway house. It's actually, I think, called a halfway house.
Oh, right? My gosh, it is. You're right.
Yeah, it's actually called a halfway house.
Yeah.
And it's a strange building, Eric. It's a very strange building architecturally. Yeah. Because on the outside, it has that New Mexico-ish feel on the outside, like Old Mission. Is it an Old Mission building?
It was an Old Mission church, right. Yes.
But when you go inside it looks like an Old Mission church that was at some point made into a nightclub or something. It has like lofts and
got that balcony that goes across the whole inside.
A spiral staircase that's really industrial looking.
Yeah,
and different sort of levels. The floor will be raised and sunken, and I was like, it's a cool set for a movie, but my mind was trying to put together where we are and what we are. But
all those non-alcoholic parties that they would have there,
Yeah,
that's what it was.
He takes them in there, and at this point though, we look, and William Sadler looks at his hand, and that tattoo, we see one of the little stars glows red and moves. It actually moves across his hand. Yep. So that's the first time that we see there's something up with this tattoo on his hand.
Yes, because it forms I think it's at this point, it forms not a perfect circle, but I love the sound effects in this movie because you hear it go, it's just this great little, when it moves. So whoever did the sound effects this movie, good for you. Good job.
Yeah, I know there's one of your favorites is repeated a couple of times.
Oh my gosh.
This movie, I know it.
It's all I can hear is,
which I never noticed till you mentioned it actually, and now I hear it.
Yep. So many movies.
We meet the woman who runs the halfway house here, Irene, played by CCH Pounder, who was in a lot of. She's a great actress. Mm-hmm. She's been in a lot of movies. Yep. People would know her from. She's the head of this halfway house here, and there's a really hot girl there, Cordelia.
Oh, okay, yeah, Cordelia. Okay. Yep.
I think she's pretty hot.
Yeah, kind of that right? Is it 90s look? She's got that short hair. Short hair. Great. She's great.
Yeah, she's dressed very for the New Mexico heat, we would say.
Yeah. You know how? Yeah, I think corsets were. You wear those when you're hot. Like, I wish I had a corset on right now. It's so hot.
I was just thinking like the bare arms and
the hanging hanging thing. She looks like she has a job.
She looks like she's gonna be on a music video, is what she looks like.
Yeah.
Filmed at the halfway house. Like,
right.
That's right.
And then we also
new
meet
Pussycat Dolls song.
We meet Jada Pinkett.
Yes, Jada Pinkett is
Pinkett.
Now, how do we pronounce this, Eric? I don't know how old she would have been here. This was young. Is this her first film role? Is this her debut?
No, it's not. I don't think it's her film debut, but because she made some heavy demands, and they said, sure, absolutely.
Oh. Well,
yeah, one of her demands was she showed up on set. She had long hair. She showed up on set, short, blonde hair. And they're like, what are you doing? She goes, oh, I'm not changing it. This is my character. And they went, okay.
Yeah, because when we meet her name is
Jaylene.
Let's
just say Jaylene. Because all I have is Jada. I'm calling her Jada from now on.
Jada. With Jada, this was definitely before she was married to Will Smith. Let's put that way. She's Jada Pinkett now.
It's going to be very hard for us not to keep her name out of our mouths. See how I did that? I did it nicely. I said it nicely. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Who else is there?
Well, we have
Wally,
a postman, Wally.
Yep.
Who, Eric? I'm going to play this game again. Wally is played by an actor. Okay.
Yeah.
That a lot of people know.
Yes.
He's in a lot of stuff.
Yes.
But his most famous role, you might not necessarily know him.
Oh, really? Please tell me what it is, Aunt Hennessey. I'm just chomping at the bit.
That's pretty good, Eric, for
Thanks.
Roger Rabbit. He was the voice of Roger Rabbit, Charles Fleischer. Yeah.
Yes.
And he's playing the postman.
Yeah, Wally.
Now, this is, I'm going to say, Eric, this movie, we have Irene, Jaylene.
Yep.
Ollie.
Yep.
Willie.
Yep.
Did you run into this a little bit? I'm like...
Yes. It's hard if you focus on their names. You just go, why did they choose very, very similar names?
Yes.
No idea. And then we get a couple other crazy names because then we're introduced to, is it Cordelia's boyfriend?
Yeah, he's going to come in. He's going to come in a little bit, but we're getting a lot of interaction here between people, which we should point out these characters. We're saying the actors and their character names, but so CCH Pounder is Irene. Irene is the owner of this halfway house.
She runs it.
And Jaylene is a person who's there on work release from prison.
Yeah, and she doesn't like it.
And I have to say, Irene treats her kind of crappy. Like everybody treats her kind of crappy. She kind of has this attitude, but I'm kind of like, I don't know. I think she's all right to have that attitude.
It's tough love, Art.
It is, but
tough,
Eric,
man.
I wonder if she picked her wardrobe too, Jaylene, Jada, because when we first meet her, Eric, that outfit, it's like, it is as if she took her prison uniform, but a prison uniform from the era of like Shawshank Redemption.
Yes.
Like it's like denim, like a denim prison uniform. And she cut the sleeves off it. And it's looking like she's a model wearing and then she puts a bandana, over her head. And I don't know if she's trying to be tough. Like Jaylene's really tough. It's
Rosie
like Rosie the Riveter type.
That's what I'm
that's the vibe I got.
Yeah, but Jada Pinkett is in shape in this one. She's she's got like the body of a swimmer. She's in good shape in this. Yes.
And Cordelia, which we alluded to earlier, is clearly a woman of the night, a prostitute.
What does that mean? Oh,
a woman of the night. She works at night.
Yes.
She's a prostitute who lives at this halfway house, and she has men come because there's all sorts of stuff going back and forth. I need you to clean my sheets to Jaylene, and because she's got somebody coming over, and there's back and forth and people doing that.
But she says it's guacamole. She's like, it's tough to get that guacamole out of there. Yeah. And then one of my favorite things, which I think you won't edit out for me, but she's on the table when William Sattler's there and he's eating this grotesque food. And she goes, afterwards you can have dessert. And she kind of lounges on the table And then the cat, which is another character, Chloe, jumps up on the table. And the owner goes, "Get that pussy off the table." And she jumps off. I just thought there's a lot of little comic bits in this. And before I forget, I will point out that I have in my notes, so it's got to be right, is he did look at his hand, and whatever is on his hand, the stars, let's say, have formed a full circle.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's a circle. Mm-hmm. So
so the other person we just introduced to is we have Wally, and he is the postman. But what we're hearing is he was recently fired from his job as a postman, and he's a very sad sack type of character, and he's sitting there saying, "I don't know where that mail went. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know where it went." Mm-hmm. And Cordelia is kind of consoling him a little bit. It looks like got a little friend zone thing going on between Cordelia and Wally.
I think he might be a little smitten. I think Roger Rabbit might be a little smitten. Yeah.
He's talking about that. So we're learning about him. He's now unemployed.
Yes.
And Irene, the owner of the halfway house, says to him, "If I were you, I'd go back and get that job back." And he says he tried, and they no dice.
Yep. They said no. So he's fired. So we got all these people. And I have to say, if we're not jump cutting from one thing to another, the boyfriend does show up because he gets there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what's his name, Art?
Now, this is Thomas Hayden Church, is the actor.
Are you going to hit me up with, how do you know? What do you know him from? Because I know I can tell you then.
This one you know, right? Yeah, everybody knows this
Do
one.
They?
It was a big deal, I guess, if our younger listeners might not.
No.
But
our 14-year-old
Sideways would be the movie that everybody, I think, that a lot of people know him from.
Sideways, but of course, in a frickin' series on television.
Yes.
Wings.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I forgot about Wings.
Wings. How could you forget about Wings?
I totally forgot about him.
His character in Wings, if his character was a complete asshole.
Yes.
This is like his, so he was in a show called Wings.
Oscar nominated for Sideways.
Oscar nominated.
Yes, Oscar nominated.
And I want to point out to you and everyone how I'm so withholding my Crypt Keeper voice for anything we're saying right now. So thank you. Thanks to me.
But he shows up at the halfway house, and his name is Roach.
What? And he's the one we did see him, by the way, at the diner.
At the diner. So he works. He apparently works at the diner.
Works at the diner.
So he looked like he worked there because he came outside when William Sadler got caught when the little kid said, apparently he's trying to steal the car.
Family-owned diner, mom, dad, and the kid, I guess. Yeah, so what we just want to know, we did see him before at the diner. So he comes in.
But he's here to see Cordelia.
Yes.
That's who he's there to see. And we see that Wally's clocking that. The two of them together.
Like it.
Wally's come back with her sheets. Wally went to get her laundry.
Yep.
Yeah, for her. And it's a good shot. Here's where Ernest Dickerson, you can see the cinematographer in him as a director. It's actually a nice shot, which I wish there was more of this stuff, Eric, in the movie for my taste. But it's Thomas Hayden Church and Cordelia. They're going up the spiral staircase to go upstairs. And Wally's on the ground floor with that laundry basket. And the camera's tracking with him, but we're also following them. It's tilting up as they're going up the staircase, and it's moving like with him. And I like that. I like what he's doing sometimes with the camera here, with some of these shots. I still don't understand the architecture of this place. I still don't understand where they're going.
If you're going to keep talking about the architecture, then I'll tell you, Art, because the director was like, how do I not piss everybody off while we're doing this nighttime event? And he said, we're going to shoot it during the day, and we're renting this incredible hangar, and we'll make it into a set. So that's probably why they probably used some stuff with that. Because I don't know of any missions that have a spiral staircase. I don't know.
No, but I also, this is me. I'm going to be critical here. I think this movie, in this part of the movie, we're spending a lot of time with these characters. We're getting to know them. We're learning about these characters. I also wish we got a little bit more of the layout of this mission, this like where things and rooms actually were in correspondence to where other things are. because later in the movie, it's just kind of thrown at us, and you have to kind of got to stitch it together in time.
Yeah,
I'm just throwing that out there right now.
It's like The Shining. It's the director was like, no, I want people to be confused about where the rooms are.
No, but I will say in The Shining, but I will say in The Shining that we got to know those rooms.
We did.
And we got to know where, like, this is this place. This is
we
the
don't
kitchen.
know where the
This
rooms
is
are.
We don't know where that's going on. And I feel like that's going to be a detriment to the film.
They're going to the room to have some fun upstairs.
Oh, yeah. And we don't know yet, Eric. We'll save that. They're going up there to have some fun.
Subtitles. So
yes, I had them on. I had them on.
Yeah,
I did.
Yes, everyone.
I had them on for my second watch of this movie. I put them on, not the first watch.
To my whims.
Yeah. Okay. So what did you see here?
You can hear them up. You don't see them, so you can just hear what they're saying. And he's like, "Hey, you got that underwear on?" It's like, "Yeah, it's cherry." It's like, "Oh, is it the edible underwear?" I mean, just stuff like that. You can hear them talking. It's just, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get you so good." Only in the subtitles will you hear
it. And I should say here, we do see Irene goes off to the phone to make a call. You know, she's been sort of scoping out, looking at William Sadler's character. And things like that.
Well, because right now his name is Smith.
Smith
in the book is Smith.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I think one of the reasons that she go off maybe is because Thomas Hayden Church, Roach. Did he mention somebody tried to steal a car at the diner?
Yes,
so she caught onto that, and so she's thinking maybe this guy is here.
Here's now where we can cut to meanwhile. So meanwhile, two cops, I love these two guys, show up at the wreck. The
sheriff.
Wreck. Yeah.
The sheriff and Bob, Deputy Bob.
Yeah. So we're going to call him Sheriff and Bob, right? Okay. So Sheriff and Bob. And it's a flaming wreck. So there's no survivors, right? Mm-hmm. But from behind them, this Western looking, the duster hat, cowboy hat guy, lo and behold, survived the wreck.
Without a scratch.
Nothing. And they're like, how did you? And I love what he says. He goes, airbags, you got to love them. Now we're chasing this criminal and we got to go and get him. So he says he's like a sheriff and he's after this criminal that escaped.
Yeah, he's sort of acting. It's that thing of fake it till you make it, where you just like the idea of you go in and you pretend that you're an authority figure and people will just let you in. He seems like he's a law enforcement figure, the way he presents himself.
Yeah. And that's what they assume. And he also has a briefcase with him, like a little, like a little acetate case. It's a little tiny briefcase he has with him.
Yeah. Like a leather, like briefcase.
So he tells the cops that they got to find this guy because he's wanted. So the cops take him in their cop car. And that's when they get I think that's when they go over to the, diner, and then they get the phone call that, this guy's actually over at the mission.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he gets a phone call. And we see here, this is the first time we see sort of a little supernatural from Billy Zane. It's one of those things where the sheriff hears that this guy might be at the halfway house, and then immediately behind him, Billy Zane's behind him, and he's like, we should get going and getting in the car. But it doesn't, it's almost like he teleported from where he was standing
why
before.
Though? He's just the sheriff, Art. He's only the sheriff. Why would he be supernatural, Art? Spoiler. You spoiler of
but they show it like it's clear that we're supposed to go like,
yeah, like something's up. Something
is he's not right.
Yeah.
So now the cops, they're gonna head over to the halfway house where everybody is.
Yep. They show up, and I think that's where they're like, hey, this is the guy. And he's like, no, his name's it's a weird name to spell, but Breaker, but not like breaker. So the guy's name is Breaker, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like, that's the guy. And he grabs Jada Smith, and he's got the switchblade that you love, that butterfly thing. And he's like, I'm going to kill her. And I'll do it. And then Billy Zane's like, he absolutely won't do it. It's a weird, it's like you think that Billy Zane's been hunting this guy down for quite some time.
Yeah.
And so now he doesn't kill Jada, and they handcuff him from behind and arrest him. And he's like, you're making a mistake. And I love that what's her name goes, he told me his name was Smith.
Yeah, everybody. I have to say, Eric, with these characters at the hotel, they all kind of, they're not on Breaker, we'll start calling him now.
Yeah, Breaker.
William Sadler. They're not on Breaker's side here. They're all kind of like.
Yeah, not at all. It's almost like.
Not at all. Not at all.
They
like,
just think he's a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Billy Zane, we'll call him Billy Zane right now, right? The shit that he's like, yeah, he stole something from me, and he's probably got it on him, and it's not on him. And then the Willie,
Dick Miller, Willie,
stash it.
Now, okay, I want to ask you, do we see him stash that?
No.
Because we don't. I went back and I rewatched all those opening scenes, Eric, because I said, did we see this? What Willie saw? Mm-mm. We didn't. Okay, good. I'm not crazy. I'm like, where did Willie see that? I was looking for a moment in the film where, because he's eating, William Sadler, Breaker's eating, and Willie's talking to him, and I just was looking for maybe he stashed it.
I love that you probably went over that scene, like, I wonder if he stashed it. Did he stash it?
I did. But here's where, Eric, I want to point out, just because people have been listening, this was the point where I started to realize that this was not an anthology film, was here.
I think that's amazing.
I knew you'd love that.
I love it. I love it so much that you thought you were watching, like, oh, I wonder what the second one's going to be like.
I was looking at the clock and going like,
Demon Night. It's not called Tales from the Crypt. It's called Tales from the Crypt Demon Night.
I know. And this was the point where I started to catch on and go.
Good. Thank goodness.
Because at this point, like I said, we've been introduced to everybody who was in the opening credits.
Yep. Everybody.
So yeah. So
they're all here. They're all here.
Yes.
Bob, we'll call him Bob because that's what his name is. He goes up to get Cordelia and Roach.
Well, because they think the bottle might be upstairs.
Yeah.
That's what they said. It could be in the room. So Deputy Bob goes upstairs and he opens the door to Cordelia's room, where we know Cordelia and Roach are in there. And because it's Tales from the Crypt, anybody who knows that show from HBO, we know we're going to see this. When he opens the door, we're seeing, what is happening? What are we watching, Eric?
There's different ways to get frisky. And, sometimes you just do their old whatever, normal chugga. But this one, Roach has got a little bit of a fetish. So Cordelia's on top of him. And
no fetish shaming here. We're not gonna shame anybody.
It's an interesting one. Not necessarily for me, but he's got mini, when you are jump starting your carts, those little electrodes like you put on in a science project, they're on his nipples.
Yes.
And she's turning the volume up and down. He's like, oh. And then when the
Eric,
cop comes.
I want to ask you, so was it wired to a radio? Like it was?
No, it's wired. I know what this equipment is, not because I use it at home. In school. Lab equipment. That's what it is.
Okay, that's what it is.
Up you could turn up the what do you call it? The voltage.
Yes.
To this thing, and that's how you make like frogs kick their legs.
Yes. Okay, I remember this now. Yes. I didn't catch. I was like, what is she turning the dial on? But yeah, and so the deputy walks in on them.
Yep.
In this, and is he handcuffed? Is he handcuffed to the headboard too?
I believe he is. He's definitely in a zone.
And she's topless on top of him and doing the dials and doing the, So.
All right, don't get excited. Everybody knows because it's a side boob. We get side boob.
Yeah. But okay. So would this be?
What?
No,
what?
I don't know if we're counting in this movie.
Oh, sure. Let's do it. No, we'll do a count.
But this would be boob how many? 2. So we had boob number 2. Yeah.
Or technically 3. Meaning if you saw 2 boobs plus the extra one, that's 3. But let's just count them as 2. 2 naked tops. Yes.
2 naked tops. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And she, because, she got caught off guard, she messed with the volume a little bit on there, the voltage. And he's like, my nipples are smoking.
Yes. So Deputy Bob is going to pull them out of there.
Yep,
and bring them downstairs. So So now we got a heck of a lot of people, Eric.
We do
in this movie on this set. downstairs. Now.
Yeah, in one place. Yep. So we got all the members of the place that live there. We got the 2 cops. We got the new guy Frank Breaker, and then we've got this unknown character that Billy Zane is playing.
Yeah,
the other cop.
So it's a crowded scene. Like there's a lot of people here.
Yes, do you know how many people that is?
Well, okay, I wanted to do a count here so we'll know because people listening, this is going to be important. It's important. So at the hotel, we have let's start with the owner, Irene.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have Jaylene.
Yeah, Jada.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we got 2.
Yeah.
Then we have Wally.
Wally's there.
Uncle Willie.
That's
4.
Yeah, 4.
Okay. Then we have Cordelia. 5.
Yeah.
We have
Cordelia. Roach 6. Yeah.
Sheriff
7.
Deputy Bob
8.
And am I missing somebody here?
You're missing
Billy Zane. And Breaker. So we have 10 people are here.
Yes. It's a little confusing because really it's supposed to be 7.
Yeah, I didn't know. We're going to talk about that as we go on.
Yeah, let's go.
I know it's supposed to be 7, Eric, but I don't know who the 7 are actually supposed to be. I think you might have figured it out.
Well, now we know everybody's there, and the police officer says, hey, I looked things up, and Frank Breaker died 5 years ago. Yes. So this guy's a liar. So, and then Billy Zane's like, hey, we find this. I love this prop. So they find the prop. He's like, here it is.
Yeah, and Dick Miller gives it up for
gives it off. He's just trying to do good, I guess.
Yeah.
But it looks like a flask. So you picture it's a flask, but it looks like a potion bottle that's been flattened almost. So you get a circle, then you get a thing coming up, a screw on top. So it's kind of like a flask. It has a little cross on the bottom. So it looks like a very Indiana Jones medieval type of thing. And it's got 7 stars on it, just like on his hand. And if you look closely, they all look like the Star of David. So it's a beautiful piece. And it's got glass. I would love one of these art for the holiday season. Everyone pitch in. And then so it looks like a flask because it's got glass. It's an awesome piece. And the sheriff takes it, and now they're calling it kind of like an artifact that he stole. So this other sheriff is saying, hey, you stole this artifact and I want it back.
Yeah. And it has, like you said, this red it looks like a red liquid.
Yeah, you can't quite tell what's in it, but he opens up the case, and the case is like, like a wand box where it's the shape of or whatever. So you can tell that this case is for this thing. And the sheriff's just like, Billy Zane says, hey, just put that, why don't you put it on in here? Like he doesn't take it. He's like, why don't you put it in here?
Yes.
And then the sheriff, you could tell him moving us forward. The sheriff goes, no. Wait a minute. I found out both cars were stolen.
Yes.
So I'm taking you both in. And the
sheriff pockets the relic.
He pockets this cool artifact. And now our movie starts to frickin' move. I love it.
We should mention, Eric, that I'm not sure if you mentioned this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Billy Zane says to the sheriff, just pour out that liquid that's in there before you give it to me. He says, just if you can just pour that.
He does.
out.
He does say that here. Yeah, because that comes into play a lot. Yeah, but he doesn't.
No.
Like,
so
no, I'm not doing that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they're going to take both of them out. And as the sheriff's walking Billy Zane out, Billy Zane says, well, I wanted to do this the easy way. He's sort of saying to himself, but I guess we're going to have to.
Yeah. He's
why wait? Why
wait? Yep.
And he shrugs his shoulders, and then he punches the sheriff in the face, and his hand goes right through the sheriff's head, like all the caves right through the sheriff's head. It's a great effect, and I jumped. I was like, whoa, one of those like exclamations where I was like, you don't see it coming. It's just right through, and
it's like punching through. It's like he punched through a overripe watermelon. It just goes right. It is a great effect, and it looks really good. And everyone, like that. It's just, and his hand is stuck in there. Yes, and it's not like he pulls his hand out. It is stuck. His fist is coming out the back of the guy's head.
Yeah, so Billy Zane is trying to shake the head off of his arm. Like, it seems like the most natural thing we all have done where we have something that we're trying to get off, and he's trying to shake the thing off. Meanwhile, Breaker's trying to get his handcuffs off.
Yep.
He's trying to fish around, trying to get his handcuffs off, and everybody's going crazy. Remember, we said there's like 10 people in here, and so everybody's screaming, going crazy, complete mayhem.
And Billy Zane finally gets the head off the body and pulls out, and he's like, heads up, and he throws it.
Throws it at Deputy Bob. Yeah, he throws it at Deputy Bob. And so Deputy Bob, when the head gets thrown at him, this is another thing I like, Eric. That natural reaction, like it's bouncing in his hands, like he doesn't know whether he should hold it or catch it or not let it drop on the floor. So the deputy is bouncing the head around with his hands. So right here, Eric, just to pause for a second and check in where I am with this movie. When he's like, heads up, I think that for me, heads up, Billy Zane said as he throws the head.
Yeah.
I start thinking that's a cue for me that's the realm this movie's going to live in. Just for some reason,
Tales from the Crypt at the beginning, the Crypt Keeper's just completely comedic. Right. So, but Billy Zane's been serious the whole time.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, heads up. And he did it so casually, punched the hole through the guy so casually. So we're thinking this guy you can't punch through someone's head. You just can't do that.
No.
So something is up with him. And then we realize, certainly, because now he goes for Breaker, but Breaker has gotten hold of this artifact.
Yes.
He got hold of it. And as Billy Zane is attacking him, he puts the thing up to Billy Zane's face and it glows like, shh, and he screams, wah! And takes a nosedive out the window. So now as a moviegoer, we're going, okay, so he's supernatural somehow.
Yeah, there's all supernatural things are going on. And they all run. The whole cast runs to the window. Like it's right. It's like what I like about this director and cinematographer, used to working with big ensembles with, like I said, Spike Lee. He gets them framed. It's that frame in the window, and you can see they're all kind of positioned so you can see everybody looking out the window that's in the house. I love that. It almost reminds me of Clue or something where they're trying to get everybody, as many people in a shot as they can.
Yeah,
and outside,
it's a great shot, and they're all very serious. It's not like they're just going, oh.
No, it's not like the Disney Channel or something where they're all like clicking, or Nickelodeon. But they're looking outside, and so Billy Zane has jumped out the window, and he gets up and he's sort of dusting himself off.
He's very frustrated right now.
Very frustrated. So, and I did have the subtitles on for this line.
Yes. Yeah, because he's like, I'm tired of this cowboy shit, and he takes off the duster and the hat, but then
he says, hillbillies not worth the flesh you're printed on, is the first thing he says. And then he says, you effing ho-dunk, po-dunk, well then, motherfuckers. And I'm not delivering it like he is. Nope. It just comes right out. It's very good.
He's like, yes, I'm sick of this cowboy shit. And then he goes, you fucking ho-dunk, po-dunk, well them there, motherfuckers. I mean, he's so, and this was an improv line because they let Billy have fun with it. And now you see that this character is like so much fun and out of his mind. And he says, humans. I'll give you correct there. He says, you humans aren't worth
humans not worth the flesh or
no, now
I thought
like,
he said hillbillies.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
and this is where we realize, okay, he's some sort of supernatural being, and he's out there. And he says, I wanted to do this the easy way. That's what he says throughout this whole movie. He's sort of like, it's really easy. You guys just give me this thing and we don't have to go through all this. That's his sort of attitude that he's going to have throughout the movie. And he says, this property is hereby condemned. And he uses his hand a little bit, and it's just weird line deliveries. Like you said, I think they just were like, let's just let this guy cook, and we'll take. He might have done different things on different takes, and this is what was in the movie. And so he's having fun with this character. And I think that's the right move. I read somewhere that they initially had an idea of at this point of the movie, he would start to transform and have a demon look. But then they decided to just go with him. He's not, we should say he's not until a certain point. He's going to be Billy Zane.
Yes.
In this movie.
We're
He's not
diving art, right? We said, we don't care how long this takes. Did we? We said, you know what? We'll talk as long as we effing want. And my wife listened to the entirety of Sleepy Hollow in 3 parts.
Oh,
so
okay.
There you go, everyone.
All right.
So we're deep diving, and this is where Billy Zane publicly told people that he was bald.
Everybody it was this movie?
Billy Zane had a full head of hair. He walked into the audition, the casting place, because he was casting this. He was bald, and they're like, what? And he opened up a suitcase full of wigs, and he goes, which one do you want me to wear? And the director's like, none. So this is where he got outed. And I remember around the same time, The Phantom came out. So people were just looking at the Phantom character and thinking, oh no, that's a wig, he's bald. And I think that didn't help the Phantom, which wasn't great anyway. So maybe people were like bald shaming Billy Zane. But this is where he was liberated from wigs.
From having bald. To wear a wig every time that he worked.
He's like, I'm bald.
Yeah.
There you go. But did he wear one in Titanic?
Yeah. He had hair in Titanic.
Yeah. So it was a really good one, but he was bald. But it's a great effect. He cuts his hand open, and this goop comes out, and I think we've all seen this goop before, and it's a great thing to use. If it's there, use it.
It's like if you cut open a light stick or something, what you'd think,
it's
right?
Exactly that. They use light stick goop because it glows already, and it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But great scene right here.
It goes down onto the ground, and he starts spreading it around as if almost like a priest doing a benediction with the holy water on the crowd. But he's throwing it on the ground. We're seeing it splashing on the ground, and it forms into these little puddles, and then the puddles start to bubble. It's a little process, and then we see little somethings start to rise up. And there's a couple of stages of this, Eric. Can you walk us through the stages that these things go through?
Sure, if you like, Art. Sure.
Yes.
So you start as the goop, then it bubbles. It has to bubble. So you got a little melting pot now. Think of a cauldron, except coming out of the ground. And that bubbles. And then these little, alien, the thing that comes out of the alien stomach.
Yes.
Starts off, it kind of looks like that, malformed and all. It's got like egg sac on it. And as they're coming out, what I love is Billy Zane kisses one of them on the head.
Yes.
And winks. I just love that shit. And then they start growing and they start forming heads. And then what I love is they cut because maybe budget, but then you see shadows and they got huge claws. And then they're I love the way these demons look. They're a full demon minion from hell. But there's more to them if you pause it. They have great look to.
Now, what they're doing is the cuts that you said, Eric. What they're relying on is they keep cutting back to our group in the hotel, watching them through this window. And what he does is he's smart, probably thinking about this. Is that's their shot because they're all in that one window. Mm-hmm. So he does. Do you notice the cameras on them is just moving all the time, going back and forth because they can't. I think he's like, we can't just keep cutting back to the reaction shot and it just being the same reaction shot. So every time they cut back to the group in the hotel looking out, there's a different sort of slide of the camera across because that way you don't even have to set up to do push-ins on close-ups. You can just, so that way there's variation when you're cutting back.
Yes.
Because like you said, they have to keep doing cuts to then come back and see the demons in a larger form as it's going.
They look great, Art. They believe it or not, they originally were going to do people with demon-esque looks, like just eyes and teeth. And I thought, oh my God, that would have ruined it. But these are demons, and they're thin people. So you're seeing a lot of their own flesh, but they have super long claws, like just crazy finger with large talon claws. Their faces are like, it's a cross between you've got a skull. It's almost like a skull, but it's elongated. It's very uneasy to look at, but yet they have these tails. They got these tails that wag, by the way. If you Look at them. They come out like almost like raptor tails. And then they're on cloven hooves. So these actors are standing on their toes for this. And then they don't make genitalia, so that's cool. But these things are pierced. They have nipple piercings, nose piercings, ear piercings, and they've got
I was going to say, Eric, they've got actual human hair.
Yeah.
That's what's weird is the hair is like they've got their regular head of hair from when they were human.
They do like Gene Simmons type of things where they have like a ponytail in the middle.
Like a big ponytail in the middle.
And they said they wanted them to be sort of like 90s rad. So that's why they have all these piercings. And so much of it goes unnoticed.
Are they all or just mostly female?
I would say that they're not. I didn't see a sex on them at all.
I think they're mostly. That's my.
Oh, you mean the actors or the?
Yeah, or the way that it's designed. I think that there's. I think it's.
We can't.
I think it's women.
Well, we can't count boob here. All right, we can't.
No, That's why I was bringing it up. I was like, "Do we count this?"
My wife.
We're not going to count this.
My wife was just in the room, and she looked at me when I said, "We can't count boob here." She's like, "What? What did you just say?" What?
I know. I was looking for.
It's a podcast.
But I was looking for.
Sorry,
I was looking for a ruling on that, Eric. Whether we can.
Yeah, there's no. There's no.
No, we're not going to count that.
The other thing I want to point out is they have these tiny eyes. So
green.
Yeah, but they're just little circles like that. And
almost also, like I have to say, almost like the fog, almost like in the fog.
Yes, scary, right? Scary. These demons are not funny at all. They are super scary, and they've grown.
They get a little funny. They get a little funny.
Do they?
I'm going to say, they get a little funny.
I don't know what you're talking about. Well, maybe they may make a joke, but they don't look funny. They look
no.
And they're lit just enough so you're like, oh my God, these are demons.
Yes.
And what I love is the power goes out. The power goes out in the building, and they're more upset with the power going out than they are with these demons. Like, no, now what?
I was going to say the same thing, Eric. I was like, they seem really concerned with the power going out.
Yes, I think I was watching this, like sometimes when I'm watching it, one of my family members will walk in, and I think they were there for that, and like, well, what if they care? What about the demons? Why are they so upset about the power?
The power goes out. So as they're looking at all this and the power goes out, Breaker immediately starts going about looking for guns and things, off the sheriff, and these things start to breach the hotel. They start to come into the hotel. One gets through the window and is attacking Wally. Another one's attacking Irene. So they get in there and these things are inside. Then we see Breaker pulls a gun and shoots one, but it's very specific where he shoots them.
Yep. He aims specifically he knows what he's doing. So he aims for their eyes. He shoots them in the eye. And then it has to be both eyes. And when you do that, this green fire shoots out of their eyes and then they fly backwards and kind of get destroyed. So and then he takes the demons are attacking everyone, which I love. When something in a movie that gets me is like, okay, these are main characters. If these demons, this is their job, right? It's to just take you out. And Billy Zane, who's clearly like the leader or something, punches a guy without hesitation through the head. These demons are sure hell taking their time. They're grabbing people and shaking them. And I thought, you demons, you could have killed half of this crew already. They're like, I
have to say, Eric, we've talked about this in other movies with demons that we've seen. And this is something that comes up for us in this every time is what do the demons, what are they? It's like, what's the deal with the demons?
There's a couple things here, but it's vanity.
Yeah.
It's that villain vanity where they just like, I got you right where I want you. And they let everybody know. And so it's a problem with demons. Demons, suffer from those kind of things like narcissism, vanity, ego, anxiety, and then some of them have multiple personalities.
So when Breaker takes out these two that are sort of in the main room here, he takes the relic. Are we going to call it the key? Because that's what he calls it.
Let's call it the key. Let's call it
the key, which is that relic that Eric and I have described.
I called it a flask, but it's a key.
Flask.
It's the key.
He calls it the key.
The key.
And so he pours a little of the red liquid on the threshold of the door, which has now been blown in by a demon. And it's a cool little Tron-like effect. It goes up and around the whole threshold, this thin red light. And it creates a barrier, like a demon comes up to it and kind of pokes at it, and it can't get in. It's like I laughed at the demon. It's like it stops Erik, and it's like going beep beep. It's like poking at the door with its little finger.
Yeah, the demon probably had deal with this before. It's like shit. But the sound effect too, and it glows. I love the sound effect for that. And then whatever's in there looks like blood, but it's really glowy blood. It's glowy. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. And meanwhile, out in the kitchen, out the back, Willie is trying to get out with Jaylene out through the back, but then demons are at the door, and this demon is out trying to get them, and Breaker comes in and he takes a knife, and he goes the butterfly knife. Yes. Which was in the kitchen, and he throws it through the glass of the window into the demon's eye, and that lets the demon let her go.
Yep, but only one eye.
Only one eye.
Yep.
But he gets over there and he can get that seal on the door. So he puts the blood down, does a seal, but the demon is hell bent to get them, and it's running at the door. And we see here what happens if a demon tries to get through the door. So a demon it kind of goes through the portal, this seal, and it just fries it like as it goes through it doesn't also disintegrate.
It's not even, it almost is like, okay, fine, shoots the demon right across the kitchen, I think. Yeah. So it's now a couple things. You can kill the demons only by shooting them in both eyes. And then also they can't cross the border. And on the other end, we got Roach trying to escape with Cordelia, because we see that Roach doesn't care about anybody. He's like, no, we're getting out of here.
Yeah.
But when they get out and there's a demon out there, freaking Roach.
Asshole, yeah.
Asshole.
He leaves Cordelia out there to fend for herself.
Yep.
And poor Cordelia, she hits the demon, and then she says, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and she's so likable. That's why you don't think at any time this is not a likable character. So
no, she's very confused.
Yeah.
And Wally comes out to help her. Wally's
he's good with a gun.
Yes. Well,
he shoots the demon in the head, and the head like flying apart, but the demon doesn't die. And what I love here is probably one of your favorite funny demon bits is the demon's like dummy. But that's only, we don't get much of that from the demons.
No. We get it now and then. But.
Yeah. And then I think Breaker's like, you got to shoot him in the eye. And then Wally does, and really well. Like he takes 2 shots and shoots it in the eye, but the flames, you got to watch where you are, because the green flames come flying out and knock him up against the wall.
Yeah, I was going to say that earlier. We saw those flames come flying out. So when you shoot that demon in the eye, you got to make sure that you have it's in the Army. We used to call it, when we shot the shouldered rocket launchers, the backblast area, we'd say. So you got to.
All right, I thought you were going to say, in the Army when we were fighting demons from hell that came out of the ground. I'm like, really, Art?
Yeah, you got to make sure you're clear of that green beams that are going to melt. But Wally gets those. Wally gets hit with it, and he gets kind of knocked out.
He's okay. Cordelia and Breaker drag him in, and then Breaker starts to seal up anything that you would consider an opening to a house, which is a window and a door. He starts sealing those all up.
Yep. And so at this point, Erik, let's go over our characters.
We're -1, so there were 10. So now there's 9. But Billy Zane is outside, so there's
Billy Zane's outside. Yeah. So they're all in there, and Roach, man, he is so annoying, Roach, because he's just always like, let's just go out there. Let's go out there and give him that thing. And this is where I want to mark this.
Oh, no.
That Breaker tells him, you would give that to him, and he'd just kill you anyways. That's what he tells Roach.
Yep. He says there's only 2 things you can do to protect yourselves, is the blood and the key. So now we know it's blood. He says there's blood in the key, and then also shooting him in the eye. So we're already, as an audience, like, what blood. What are you talking about? What's going on here? And then he also says something which I think there's some lore here which you're going to ask me about, and I'll have to explain it to you. But he says, we just have to wait until morning.
I was going to ask you about that. Is that part of this, is that in the daylight, the demons can't attack?
Never experience, if they just wait till dawn, then apparently if the demons are coming after you, they'll stop. I don't know why they included that, to be honest. I'm not sure why, or maybe the demons only have a certain amount of time to get you. So we'll go over that a little later, but he did say that.
Yes. And Roach does have a good line here. He's mad about this situation, and he says to Breaker, he says, who's going to protect us? You, Deputy Bob, or the Headless Horseman? Over there. He points at the sheriff. He's such a dick, Roach. He's such an asshole.
Yeah, he's not likable at all.
No, he's just always
he's just a jerk through this whole thing. Yeah, but there's great sound effects here with demons. The sounds of all the door. You can hear the things being sealed up.
Great. I was listening to it with my headphones on once again, and when you listen with the headphones on, you really hear the aspects of that sound design that you're talking about, like all around you.
Yeah,
sort of on the
it's
different
really
areas.
Cool, and that's a good key too, because you don't need to see him seal up every single thing. You can hear it. You see the light. It's cool.
And one more thing I'll add that I'll mention here that Breaker warns them against is that he warns them that the demon, Billy Zane, he could try to turn any of us against each other. But he doesn't say how.
Yep.
So then we get a long sequence, Eric, I think too long here. I'm just going to come out and say it, of him going upstairs and Breaker sealing off doors and windows.
Well, I agree and disagree, because you know that you have to know that he's sealing off the house.
You do, yeah.
Which was a
I get it.
mission. So it was a church at one point, and there's a nice stained glass window that's got a cross on it. And then we get, are we counting these? Flashbacks.
First flashback. Yes.
When I first, tell me what you think.
And we're flashing way back.
Way back. So
way back. We're going way back.
Yeah. For me, this movie, now that I think of it, is the catalyst for me writing a script with a friend of mine in California called The Betrayer. This must be where I was like, oh, this is a good idea.
Yeah.
So so what do you see in here?
We see Mount Cavalry. We see the three crosses up there, obviously representing Christ and the two thieves that are
right.
Yes,
it's pretty clear that
iconography
the
that they're showing.
Right?
Yeah,
they don't say that, but you're like, wait a second, and then you see a character that's not on the cross, and my thought is, oh, that's Judas.
That was my initial thought too.
But it's some guy, and then there's a robed demon who looks like a Jawa. You could see its face. He says, but it's a demon in a robe.
Yes.
So are we thinking now that we see a flashback of a demon in a robe, or all the other demons have just been summoned naked?
Yeah.
So they wear clothes. Demons normally wear robes, but they're like, nah, forget it. Unless they're all naked.
Eric,
I'm asking the question.
They're in a production of Jesus Christ Superstar for that's the wardrobe there.
I didn't even think of that.
Day by day.
Right. And it was a break. It was a break in the, everybody take 5, demons take 5. Go ahead. Wow. He just went off. That was awesome.
No, but, and then.
But that's all we get.
No,
right?
Do we get a little shot of, it looks like the key is maybe in his hand, and then a lightning strike, and then that's it.
Yes. We see that this guy has a key in his hand.
Yeah.
We don't know.
And then
why.
that's it. And then that's it. But a lightning strike comes down and from the sky and hits his hand that has that thing. Because I think the demon's trying to get it, reaching for it in the hand, trying to get it.
Yeah, but
a lightning strike.
This is all we get from this first.
Yeah, it's very short.
We're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And so I think I'm Jada. That's Jada comes to check on Breaker, and he says something that you go, oh, which ties in. She goes, how are you? And he says, I'm just an old man running out of time. And I remember when I saw this, I thought, he's not old. What?
Well,
wow.
Yeah, I because what they do here is the guy we saw in that flashback is not William Sadler.
No, it's a guy. It looks
a Middle Eastern man.
Yeah, it looks
right?
like somebody you'd find in Jesus Christ Superstar. Absolutely. Yeah. Right? The long hair, the beard, and the robe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So you're not understanding that, but he says, I'm just an old man running out of time.
But it doesn't make any sense at this point. I just wanted to point it out. And then remember the cat? There was a cat named Chloe.
Yes.
And so the cat's in there, and then Breaker's like, oh my God, where was the cat? He says that a cat could be possessed. Anything could be possessed.
Mm-hmm.
So they chase the cat and it takes off before they can get it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And we also learn here as they're in this after the big assault, this whole sequence that we're going on. There's lots going on here. Just to point out, like Eric and I said at the beginning, we're kind of covering big chunks, but these are all sort of intercut conversations between different people at different places. But we're trying to put it all together as far as the narrative. We also learned Irene has a shotgun. Irene has a shotgun as well.
A beautiful shotgun. And I didn't, I know we say sometimes I'm like, skip.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some arguments here between Roach and Willie, and then Roach wants to give the key to the demons, and Roach and Cordelia are having a fight, and it's all like you're like, okay, but let's go find that cat instead. Yeah. So I just want to go find the cat art, right?
Yeah.
Do we have anything important that you really need to say about these arguments?
No, I don't think there's anything that's going to help us too much. Right. I mean,
we're moving to the cat then.
And
we're going to find that little pussycat.
There is one important thing.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
This is going to be important for something that's going to happen soon. Roach does call Cordelia a whore. He calls her a whore.
He does, and we know that he's not even, he doesn't like, nobody likes him now, and she's, why she's with that guy, I have no idea.
Yeah, and that, we see that really affects her.
Yes.
And so, So meanwhile, we go down the basement.
Yep. What's weird is there's a boarded up passage in the basement.
They feel wind, air coming out of a breeze coming from behind these boards.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And this is where we're going to have to do a meanwhile, I think. Right?
Well, yeah.
So,
because this is what happens to Cordelia.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Cordelia's not down there.
No.
She's in her bedroom.
Yeah.
And this is where we get sexy Billy Zane. Which Art you did before the podcast, and I was getting chills. You're like, hey, Eric, it's time for the podcast. Do you want to do the podcast?
Yeah. Cordelia's up in a room by herself. And then she's shot from behind. She's sulking. She's sad about being called a whore. And an arm reaches out to touch her on the shoulder.
Yes.
And she turns around. There's nobody there.
Yeah, is Billy Zane in there? Can we call him the Collector now or not? Should we call him the Collector?
He referred to himself as a collector to the sheriff? Is that what he told himself?
Collector.
I'm a collector.
Yeah, or Billy Zane.
I like saying Billy Zane.
Okay, let's say Billy instead.
Because he's just Billy Zane going off in this movie.
He is.
But then he starts talking to her. But like Eric said, it's almost like he's in a podcast booth. It's almost like ASMR, Eric.
That's right.
There's no echo or background noise. It's just Billy Zane straight into your mind, Eric.
He is, and he's got those eyes too. He's like, but he's outside.
Yeah, she goes to the window, but he's not talking.
No.
He's just telepathically communicating.
Yeah, he's just looking at her with those eyes because he can't get in apparently. But he's telling her, how she needs to be loved, and they do some great effects here where he's like stroking her from a distance, and then he wipes a tear away.
How do they do that? How do they do this effect? I'm sorry.
It's just a little air, and it blows.
Oh, they're shooting air at the face. Sorry, Eric.
I ruined it for you and everyone.
No, but I thought it was a great effect because he's touching her lips or cheek, and it's going on the thing.
But she's
great
crying.
stuff.
You feel so sorry for her.
You do feel sorry for her.
Yeah.
He just wants to give her love. And I should say, he's standing outside. He looks like he's in like a William Inge play or something.
Oh, what?
The way he's standing out there with his shirt sort of open on the dusty plain, and he's got a stick or a twig in his hand, like a brush, and he's standing there.
Wow.
It just looks like he's it's very interesting.
Okay, Art, did you pause that scene a little bit? Did you soak in Billy Zane?
I might have soaked in
I think maybe you did. I think maybe you did. Because Billy Zane Some people don't pull it off, but he's a sexy bald man. He's got those. He's just. Whoa. I wonder what his underwear is like. We never see it.
Yeah. And then
it's a callback to underwear.
Exactly.
80s underwear.
You're like probably wondering the whole movie. What?
I'm wondering what kind of underwear he's wearing because we see a lot of underwear. Okay, so
we
give me
do.
a break.
Yeah.
Oh, so Cordelia is in there, and Wally
comes in.
Roger Rabbit comes in to check on her. He's like, Cordelia, are you okay? I thought I heard noises. Right? Is that? Oh my God, I'm sounding like Ed Wynn right now. Cordelia.
Imagine if he just talked the whole movie just in the midst of this movie. Roger Rabbit is there.
Or he just keeps changing his voice. Hey, Cordelia, you okay? I'm checking up on you. That would be awesome. Cordelia?
But yeah, so he comes up, Wally.
Yeah.
And she's sort of talking to him like he's but we can tell it's not her really. She's kind of
no.
It's so this is what I was going to ask you, is it Billy Zane that's inside of Cordelia? That's going to kiss Roger Rabbit? Or
wait, you know something? That is a good point because I think you do get possessed, but I think you get possessed by Billy Zane because that's the only way he can get in.
Yeah.
So you're not necessarily a demon. So yeah, but she starts to seduce him. And what I love about this is the actor, Roger Rabbit, he told his wife he's going to have this kissing scene, and she's like, no tongue. So if you watch that scene closely like I did, there's no tongue. But it's such a sweet scene, right?
It is. Yeah. And she kisses him.
Yeah.
And then we cut Eric actually to downstairs where they're dealing with the basement.
Yes. But this
they're dealing with downstairs. Yeah.
And they realize there's a mine shaft under the hotel. And I think Uncle Willie, why am I calling him Uncle? But
that is his actual credited
Uncle
name,
Willie,
but I don't think they really
no, they did call him Uncle Willie. They did.
Oh, they did. Okay. Yeah.
And he's like, oh, yeah, there's mine shafts under here. And then I love that Breaker goes, trust me, you're safer in this house. And then, wow, we hear poor Wally screaming.
Yeah,
Roger Rabbit screaming, help, someone, there's a demon.
So the reason I cut back to that, Eric, is that's going to be what brings them all back
they all have to run
into the house.
Yeah.
They're running upstairs.
Yep.
And they come into the bedroom to the scene where Wally's finally getting to make out with Cordelia.
But more than he bargained for now.
So Cordelia is a demon now.
Yes.
It is not sexy Cordelia at all.
No. And she's retained, it's not like the demons that we saw. So she's like half monster. She's got like, she's completely transformed.
Yeah, it's like
monster.
her face is half of it is to the side, and it's the really big mouth demons get. That big mouth with teeth.
Yeah,
that demons get. Yeah,
but she has no piercings.
No, I wonder if she was a demon longer, if she would get those. I wonder if it's like
you have to go.
It's like Cub Scout badges or something, like where you get the like.
You have to go to the tattoo parlor, get a tattoo, and you get piercings.
Right.
But I think she's tearing at his face, like she's got her hand like.
And then she. This is where the tongue kiss comes. She starts to reveal she has a very long tongue.
It's the thing with the demons in this movie. It's like, like that. And Breaker comes in and is going to shoot her, but she blocks the shot. So Breaker, basically shoots Wally.
Right. Yeah, she blocks the shot with Wally.
He dead.
Yes.
He dead. And also pointing out for you, those of you in the demon zombie lore, this isn't the typical, no matter how you die, you get possessed. Wally's dead.
Yeah.
You can only, Billy Zane can only possess you. It's not
like a werewolf or a zombie.
No, it's not like
Wally's going to rise up.
Yeah, it's not like Evil Dead where you get possessed by just sneezing. Stupid.
And Breaker has the key, and it gets knocked out onto the balcony, out of the room.
Yep.
And it starts to leak. The blood starts to leak out of it.
Yep.
But Jaylene saves it. Jada saves that. Meanwhile, Irene has her shotgun, and she's going to try and shoot Cordelia demon. And
but she also
doesn't go.
She got the key. Now Irene has it in her hand.
Yes. Things don't go well for Irene.
Were you surprised at this scene? Because
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't expect this to happen to Irene.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
she gets, the demon basically breaks her arm off.
Yeah, she twists it off.
Yeah.
Is it at the elbow?
Yes. Yeah. Just her forearm. Just her. Yeah.
But then, Eric, I know Eric loves this. I just know how your mind works, Eric.
Tell me what
the demon has Irene's arm in its hand, and it starts to try to get away towards the window.
Yeah.
So it's walking towards the window, like in that hobble demon thing, with the arm, with Irene's arm in its hand. I for some reason, that image, I laughed thinking Eric must love this image of a demon scrambling away with somebody's arm.
Yeah, what is it doing? If this is Billy Zane possessing Cordelia, why is he trying to get out? I'm like, what are you doing? But it's got the tail now. It's got that like wrapped T-Rex tail. Yeah, so I think it's Breaker uses the shotgun. And shoots,
and boom.
Yeah, takes her head off.
But we see the eyes. Do we see the eyes on the floor? Like
he shoots the head and it basically explodes, but the eyes land on the floor, so it's not dead.
Yeah.
So you didn't get the eyes.
The eyes are intact because the eyes are intact.
Yeah. So then he shoots the eyeballs, and then
he shoots the eyeballs.
So Cordelia's out. All right.
So Cordelia's out, and Irene's. Now we got a ticking time clock because Irene's
Wally
bleeding out.
Is dead. We just lost two people.
So now we're down to what, Eric? Right now, so that would be
17.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
There's a lot of people in this movie. We'll catch up. Let's stop. We won't do that.
We should probably.
Okay.
Because we don't know. We don't even know sometimes. All right. So we got Breaker. We got Jaylene. We've got Bob. We've got one arm house
Irene.
And we've got
Roach. Roach is still here.
Yeah. So we got 5.
Willie.
And we're 6. We got 6.
We got 6. 6 people now.
Yeah, we got everybody. It's 6. The number 7 that comes into play here. What are we talking about? Because we just lost 2 people, so that would be 9. So what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Okay, but we got 6.
But Irene's really badly injured. I mean, she's got her arm taken off. I guess they put like a little tourniquet on it, but that's not going to survive. They're like, we got to get Irene out of here
to the hospital.
Like we got to get her to the hospital.
Yeah,
she's pretty good though. She's like, just give me the alcohol. Like,
give it to me. But when you lose a forearm,
I know.
Just like every movie, eventually you might forget about your wound. But I guess the plan is after big argument, like, you know what?
And I think
we're leaving. We're going through the tunnels.
Yeah, I guess because Roach is on our side, actually, Eric. We're actually on the same side as Roach.
Are we?
He said, last I checked, we're missing Wally, Cordelia, and half of Irene's arm.
Yep. Which is true. And here's where, if Breaker's fighting these demons and he knows what he's talking about, he is not as good as I would want him to be. Maybe he's tired because he lets them go to the basement.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to protect the world from demons, you're just going to let a bunch of boneheads go to the wouldn't you just shoot them all and then wait out the night? Why is he so nice? Yes. What?
You're being really hard on him. He's just an old man.
I know. Whose time is up. I got it. I understand. Look, I'm so into this movie now. I'm turning red. It's good. I like it. But we get another flashback. So it's flashback number 2.
Yes. So because what happens is Roach is banging on the wall with a big sledgehammer or whatever to try and break the wall. And then we big zoom in on Breaker and we see Christ's hands being nailed onto the cross. And this is for a second where I'm like, wait, is Breaker Jesus? Like, is that you're kind of right? Were you thinking that the first time you saw it too?
Breaker, the guy that watched it? What?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, but it's not. It's this other guy, and he's running, and the demon goes to touch him, And for some reason, they're all hanging out at the cross there. And like Jesus, right? It's Jesus. Leaves on the demon. And the demon's like, "Bleh!" And then the Judas guy fills up the key with blood. Right?
Doesn't help Christ off the cross.
No, he doesn't. No, he fills it up and then he scarpers, as they say, right? Scarpers off.
He's doing it like it's a refill at 7-Eleven, like he's popping in.
More Christ blood. I got to get some of that.
Yeah.
Right?
So he fills it up. And,
so that's the flashback. So now you know there's the key and it's filled with the blood of Christ. And demons don't like it.
So we go into the mines.
Yeah.
Breaker, like you just mentioned, you're sort of is Breaker really going to help them? He doesn't, because here, Eric, he's just giving, through this section of the movie, he's just giving this performance of, this is not a good idea. Like you said, he's not preventing them from doing it. He's just sort of going along, but you can tell he really thinks this is a shit idea. It's not going to end well.
Yep.
But he's not even expressing it, Eric.
No,
it's just
like, he's just not doing he's kind of just why is he being so nice and saying, okay, let's go?
Yeah, maybe he feels bad because he does think Irene should get to a hospital, maybe. Because
I don't know,
because everybody was so nice to him. Like,
demons are everywhere. He says demons could be in the tunnels. And I'm thinking, if Billy Zane is in control of these guys and he's a smart guy, did they not know there's tunnels under there? But he does seal up the thing, right? He seals up. He
seals up where they went out in the basement. Mm-hmm. So that way we know that no demons can get in while they're gone into the house. And no demons can get, and if any demons happen to get into the house, they wouldn't be able to follow them down into the mines. Right. So it works two ways there. And Willie is leading the way.
Because he knows these mines. He built them, he said.
He says he used to own them?
No, that's what it is. He used to own them.
What does that mean?
I don't know, Art.
Was he just... I wish you could go back in time to when you met him and you could ask.
Art, this is where we get those backstory movies that we're talking about. Like these.
I know.
He had a drama. It was like a 2.5-hour movie of him building and owning and running the mines, and then he let alcoholism get to him, and he became like who he is now. It's a sad story.
Also he knows it like the back of his hand, but he really doesn't.
I think he's bullshitting.
He only knows the North Spur, it seems. If we can just get to the North. I know my way around here. If we can just get to the North Spur.
It's kind of like know what a North
Eric, that's
Spur
like
is.
That's like I know my way all over this region.
Oh yeah.
If I just need to get to I-95.
Yeah, I know it every inch of this place. If you could just put me here, then I could you don't know a spur. Yeah. But they're gonna try to get out, and Jada, I'm saying Jada,
yeah,
she hears someone asking for help, like help. It's like
now have my headphones on here, Eric, and I think that they're doing a lot of misdirection with the sound here because it sounds like help, but then it sounds like a lot of different people talking and a lot of different sounds going and a lot of different things. She's hearing things that are drawing her there. She's not just hearing help. Yeah. So we're getting the feeling. What I thought in this moment was like, she's being led to, the demons are leading her away.
Well, that sounds like that's what it would be.
So she's going through the mines. There's a lot of shots of them going through the mines, and this kind of reminded me all this stuff, Eric, of when you're playing. You probably play them too. I play a lot of horror video games where you're going through these things. It kind of reminded me of a game like that you go through like mines or things
my kids play that, but I can't play video games, Art, because we wouldn't be doing podcasts. You would be, trying to intervene and be like, he hasn't left his room in 3 days.
Yeah, well, I can only play certain ones.
Yeah, I can't, and I can't get that freaking QWERTY or whatever it's called. Do you play with like?
Yeah, I play with the keyboard.
Well, I can't. It's a skill that I just. So good for you. Good for you, man. Your skill.
Yeah.
Another skill, everyone. Art Hennessey.
I know how good I am.
QWERTY.
I'll go on Twitch and start playing and I'll just become one of those guys, Eric.
Yeah, you're in tournaments. We go to PAX East and there you are. Art Hennessey.
I think I've got like 2 million followers on Twitch.
Yeah. It's definitely mind shafts. And he comes across our kid from earlier, Danny, who it's just an interesting looking kid. He's got long blonde hair and did he have a baseball cap?
I don't know that he has a baseball cap.
No, but he's just an interesting looking kid. I liked it.
Yeah. And it's Danny. And
she goes to rescue him.
But then their demons hot on their heels there. It's the two parents from the diner.
Yes, demon mom and demon dad.
Demon diner mom and
demon
dad.
Diner mom.
Demon
oh my
diner
God.
Dad.
Mom and dad's demon diner. Right? You come in and they're like,
yeah.
What can I get you? The hot plate special. Oh my God, Art. This is a great demon diner.
Oh, and it's like what's his name? The guy diners, drive-ins, right?
He goes there and he's like, how long have you guys had this for? Like, well, family owned and operated since Christ was nailed to the cross. I mean, but they got
the burger with the lots of the green sauce glowing green sauce.
Yes.
And he's taking the big bite.
It's like burning into his skin. He's like, oh, you got to watch for that special sauce. Ow.
Join us next week on Demon Diners Drive-Ins.
Diners, drive-ins, and demons. But the parents they're not like what we've seen before. They basically got just the eyes. And what I like is, I think what they're doing is, you can probably buy them on Amazon Prime right now, it's like a mouth guard that you put in your mouth, but it's got the glow stick fluid in it. So you wear it at nightclubs and it makes your mouth glow. That's what they have. Yeah, I thought that was a cool touch. I know what it is, but I thought it was a cool touch. But they still, you identify them as mom and dad. And I don't know if they did that, Art, to so we know that they're possessing other people. Because usually, I didn't get that. Who's possessing them?
Well, I think does Danny mention that Billy Zane came back to the diner?
Yes, he did. So then, if that's the case, then they're not Billy Zane's. I guess maybe he just possesses them and makes them human demons.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how it works. And then so Jada is escaping. You're right. It's just much easier to call her Jada.
It is.
Jada's escaping with Danny.
Yeah.
And she tells everybody else, they're here. The demons are in the mine. That's what she says.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't think anybody has said the word demons up to this point in the movie.
Oh, now I can't combat that, Art. I'm going to say
I noticed this watching it. I don't think anybody has said demons.
I'm going to say that Breaker said they were demons.
Did he? Maybe he did. The only way and I missed it.
These demons.
Oh, did he say that?
In the eyes.
Okay, maybe you're right.
Yeah,
maybe you're right. Okay.
I'm most likely right.
Because that stood out to me on both watches, and I thought,
all listeners say that I'm right. Everybody, I'm right. I'm right. It's okay, Art. I'm 100% right. But I think Breaker kills the mom, right? He shoots her in the eyes.
Yes. Yeah.
So the mom's
Breaker
done. Big part for her. Woo! And then they make their way back into the cellar, and Demon Dad's coming with a couple other demons, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Right? You see other demons in there, the long hair, cool looking nipple demons. There they are.
But they can't get through. It's sealed.
No, it's sealed. Lucky for them.
Roach, the worst.
Mm-hmm.
He has an axe to grind, Eric, with the diner guy who he worked for. Yeah. He's looking at him, and he has the shotgun, Roach, and says, this is for working for minimum wage all those years. And I'm like, this enters a whole thing into the concept of this movie. I'm like, so Danny's dad was he really a bad boss, or is Roach? I think Roach is just complaining.
Roach is a dick. Roach has been fired from all of his jobs, I'm guessing.
That's true. Except for the one on Nantucket at the airport.
Yeah, no, he had that for a long time. He was a nicer guy. He wasn't drinking then.
He wasn't. You're so right. That's such a good lore for that character. He started drinking. He ended up in New Mexico. The next thing he knew, he woke up drunk in New Mexico after a trip to Las Vegas. And
yeah, that's what happens. Alcohol, everyone, not your friend.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
But
demon.
this is where we learn that you can't shoot through the sealed door.
Yeah. Yeah. This one, I didn't like that. They go, no. He goes, no. And then he shoots the dad and the dad's head explodes. But then
the seal is broken.
It explodes.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, this a little too convenient, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. You can pass through it, but you can't shoot through it. Or did the demon set it off? Because I think this one was a little bit like, no.
And can I just say, Eric, I'll just jump in here and say, this movie is moving. It's like, it is moving. You almost kind of never stop. However, I will point out, did you notice something about this movie that I have a problem with sometimes in movies? What just happened?
A trope?
No, it's not a trope.
I just want to say trope.
It's a little rule that I introduced that some filmmakers say.
Yes, don't go back. Don't leave and come back.
I'm like, here it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they introduced the mind at all, to be honest, but I think...
okay, so that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
They had to because the entire house is sealed, Art, and the demons have to get in somehow.
I know.
This is the way they decided.
So they come back in the house, we have to say, they run through the house, they get upstairs, up onto that balcony that overhangs the main room.
Yeah.
And this is where we learn, too, that you can seal... You don't need a frame...
You just
to seal something.
You know, one of those laser rooms? I have one in the Lost Museum Haunted Adventure. If you have an area and the laser can go around the whole thing, that's a border. So apparently upstairs, it was the border of the upstairs, I guess. It was a little convenient.
Yeah.
We have to point out that the upstairs is that awesome semi-spiral staircase, right? It's a big spiral stair. And then a balcony that goes around 3 sides. So it's a big ass balcony. So they accidentally spilled some there and it made a seal.
Yeah. It
so
made
now
a seal.
They're all on the second floor.
So the demons can't get up on that second floor.
They cannot. They can go up the stairs.
Yes.
But they can't cross the border.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. Breaker goes, well, at least we're all in one piece. And then he goes, sorry about that, Irene. Because he's got the one arm, right?
And then Breaker, though, suddenly becomes a little serious with Danny.
Yep.
He says, Danny, how did you get down there?
Mm-hmm.
And Danny's that's where I think Danny says that Billy Zane came back to the diner.
Yep.
And all of that. But Breaker takes the key and puts it on Danny's forehead.
Yep.
Because I think we're supposed to think maybe Danny's possessed
if
too.
If you're a demon, you can't touch this thing. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that with Billy Zane. So so he's
but he passes the test. He passes the test. He's good.
Test. And we all know that works, right?
But Jada is upset that he thought it even. Like come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Mm-hmm. And they're running out of ammo, Art.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
They shotgun shells are downstairs. So they're not upstairs. Irene says they're downstairs. And then Deputy Bob says I think he only has a few rounds left. Four rounds left.
4.
And this is where now right here we get a flashback again, right? Next flashback.
Number
this would be 3 now? 3.
It's 3.
But it's a different setting, Eric. We're no longer at Christ's crucifixion.
No.
We jumped way ahead.
Way
in
ahead.
the timeline.
A lot of time passed here.
A lot of time to World War I.
Yes.
But we're seeing a demon get killed in front of us.
Demon soldier.
A demon soldier.
The person's possessed. And I didn't go
back. Second podcast in a row where we've had ghoulish demons in uniforms.
Really?
Yeah.
Stop.
I know. It's
weird.
What are you
doing?
I don't know.
But I wanted to look back on the scene and I didn't because I thought, no, that would have been too funny. But did you or did you not notice if that demon soldier had a cigarette in their hand?
I didn't notice.
Okay. I think my mind tells me that he had a cigarette in his hand. Like he was like, and then he gets shot. He gets shot right away in the eyes. Right.
And we see that suddenly Breaker is there in a World War I uniform.
Yep.
He's in the trenches and he's helping his superior officer is there and dying.
Yep.
Got a
slash in his neck. His neck is bleeding out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that guy transfers the blood into the key and Breaker's like, what the hell are you doing? Yeah. Right. And then he places it in Breaker's hand like in the palm and, lighten and everything. And that's when Breaker sees stuff in the past and sees the Jesus scene.
Yes.
So now
it's like it's being passed on.
Yeah.
We're starting to catch on now what's happening.
So now we know it's not, he gets memories from somebody else.
That's right. But also, Eric, I will say, he puts that in the hand, and you said it has all the stars on it, but it seems like he then has the tattoos of the stars on his hand. But when we see them, we have your favorite sound effect that you hear all the time. That's where we get the jaguar.
But this sound effect happens so many times in this movie. The demons are always jaguaring. It's just
I like to call it too, Eric. Did you see Anchorman? The movie Anchorman with the Sex Panther, right? Sex Panther cologne. When they open it, it's that sound effect.
That's what it is. And it's also, we just did it, American Werewolf in London. Same.
Yes, we did.
It's the go-to jaguar. Yeah.
But we hear that. They use it several times in this movie.
Yeah, the demons love to make that noise. And so he gets, apparently, whatever this soldier did that was dying, transferred whatever it was to Breaker. So now he's got the seven circles in his hand. And then when then we go back to where they are, Breaker says 7 stars must align. So in the universe, right?
Yeah.
7 people. And then I'm like, wait. So what 7 people? Who
Eric,
are the 7 people? All right.
who
are the 7 people?
Eric's going crazy.
This one bothers me because I usually can solve it for you. And this one, I'm like, who are the 7 people?
Yeah. He says, Eric, he says they need 7. It's like tumblers in a lock.
Yes.
Everything has to line up. And he says they need 7 stars, 7 people. And I have in my notes, I want you to read in my notes.
Yeah.
This is what my note says. Wait a minute. Cordelia, Wally, Sheriff, Diner Dad, Diner Mom. And I list a whole bunch of people. And then I just have 7 with a question mark.
Yeah.
So I was wondering the same thing, Eric.
But even if let's forget everybody else. We got the 2 cops. Are they part of the 7? I guess they're not.
Because he goes out of his way to mention at one point, there were only 5 when I got to the hotel, so that I thought we were safe. Right. Because there were only 5 people at the hotel.
Only 5, so the 2 cops show up, and that's 7 then.
Right?
Is that it?
I think.
Okay,
yeah.
So did we solve it?
But is that true, though?
7 people in one room, but then it's like, no, wait, but what?
No, there were more because before the cops showed up, we had Roach.
Oh, no, we're doing it again? Go.
I'm going to do it right now.
Okay,
we're doing this.
I'll try to be quiet.
Roach, Willie, Jaylene, Irene, Wally, Breaker. So Breaker counts, right? Cordelia. That's 7.
And 7.
That's 7.
But he doesn't count. Oh my God.
And Roach, so never
exactly.
mind.
They
I don't think we're going to
ball here with 7.
Because I think both of us were trying to figure it out on our own time, and we couldn't. So we're not going to figure it out.
I've never tried to figure it out, Art, until this damn podcast.
We're not going to try and figure it out. I was relying on you because you usually are really good at figuring that stuff out.
7 people. And if my brain can work while we're doing this, maybe I'll come up with the 7. But right now,
but let's get to Genesis, because now,
yes, this is Genesis.
Breaker is going to start to tell us the lore. Because this is another thing we notice, Eric, doing this podcast. I noticed this is the typical thing, right? We're into the final act of this movie before things really go into the end, and they stop to have a lot of exposition. I'm noticing this again and again, and he's going to explain. In the beginning, there was the earth and sea. And Irene says she's half drunk. She's like, Genesis, you're going way back to the beginning.
Yeah.
That's the
real but way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're meant to believe, Eric. Mm-hmm. Now you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, I will correct you if you're wrong.
Before God did all the work on earth, it was just the wasteland on the earth, and there were demons in the universe, right?
It was not even the earth. It was just darkness. Not even an earth right now. God is he's in his early teens. He's not paying attention. He doesn't really care about much, and then there's all these demons everywhere. He's like, I don't care. And then they start getting feisty, but it's just darkness. Okay. And then for some reason, God was like, you know what? I'm tired of this darkness. I'm just going to create some light. There's no earth right now in a sense.
No.
It's darkness, and for some reason, demons who love to have keys.
So the demons are there. Is that what we're meant to believe?
Darkness,
the demons in the darkness. There are these demons, and nice bit of storytelling here. As Breaker is telling this story, the camera moves to the side over his shoulder, and we see the demons downstairs, sort of shuffling around.
Yep.
Doing whatever they can to look like demons. And then they use shots of those demons downstairs as he's explaining. And I like that.
Yes. And we never know how many demons are around. They don't do like a horde of demons. So you never know how many demons are out there right now.
I will say there are like 2 or 3 main demons that we always see kind of down below the balcony or hanging around down
the Gene
there, right?
Simmons demon?
Yes, yeah. The one with the ponytail and the hair. She's always down there,
Yeah.
She got a lot of extra work on this film, yeah.
Well, what you're saying is there's the demons were scattered. They have 7 keys for some reason, and they're in darkness. And God's like, you know what? Time to put some electricity out there. So turns on the lights. He creates light. And that scatters the demons across the universe.
Yes.
Okay. But over the course of, I guess, millennia, the demons have gathered 6 of the keys.
Yes.
And
they've gotten how many of the rings? And
9, the Nazgul.
So
the Nazgul have... The dwarves, see, the humans, they screwed up, and now they became the Nazgul. Wait, so I just took this from you. So 6 keys, there's a 7th one on Earth, and the demons have now found the 7th key is on Earth, so they want it. And if you really think about this, you're like, what the hell are you talking about? 7 keys to what? Art.
Are they all vials? Are they all like?
Are they different
vials?
keys? Is there like a collection?
This is where I think, Eric, we talked about this script and it went through development and it went through. This is elements from different versions of, right? Do you think these are leftover elements somewhere?
Yes.
That they're trying to tie all together, and it's not all quite fitting together.
And while we're going off on a tangent, I want to know what the other 6 keys look like. I want to know. So this one looks like a flask. Is the other one like a unicorn? What do they have? One of them, is it a teddy bear?
It's one of those like cats that the Buddhist places have with the arm that
oh
goes
my
back and
God.
forth. Like, it's like...
Yes, one of them's like this, and that's the way you do the seal is you touch the cat's paw. That's awesome art. That's definitely one of them. That is definitely one. Another one's a Rubik's Cube. And it takes a long time. You're like, son of a bitch. Trying to...
One, for some reason, is a Stretch Armstrong.
Oh, and Art, you have to stretch the arms across to make the seal.
Yeah.
Stretch Armstrong. Holding Off Demons by Hasbro. All right,
so no, I agree with you. I was a little confused here. Do we learn here too that the blood is mixed from...
Yes.
First, it can run out. So you're kind of diluting it like you do with like a bottle of soap in the bathroom, where you kind of like put or the dishwashing liquid. You can put a little water in there and make it go a little further, right?
Yep. So here's the confusing part also, because we're talking about millennia, right? That's what he says.
Yeah.
The 7th key is here. So he says first it was the blood of Jesus. Okay. Then the thief.
Yes.
Then
how many people? Oh, lots of different people.
Nothing.
Oh.
Nothing, Art.
Are we sure of that?
Yes, because then he says, then a soldier from 1917. I'm like, what? Who got lazy?
Maybe it got hidden and the demons couldn't find it.
What happened in that time? Yeah. And where was the key when the dinosaurs were around? Or are there no dinosaurs because Jesus? I don't know.
Yeah.
Where is the key?
Did you notice? I don't think they say Jesus in this. They say a carpenter.
A carpenter, the blood of a carpenter.
Yes. That's what they say.
So now at least we know what the profession was.
But it was the soldier named Dickerson. Dickerson died August 23rd, 1917.
Yeah. So I'm pointing out.
Funny, Eric.
What?
Funny how you remember the big dates.
So now we know. Now we know he's probably in his which is kind of old to be in a war. He's kind of in his 30s,
Back then?
40s when he was in the war.
Well, remember those big world wars, Eric? They took, people.
Okay.
Yeah, they were.
All right.
Most of the fighting force would be young men, but they needed just bodies.
All right, so it's
at some point.
1917, and now it's 1996, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's not that old, right?
Right. Well, Deputy Bob is trying to do the math, but gives up.
Yeah.
He's like, that would make you.
But
he just trails off.
Yeah, because nobody cares. And he says when they run out of blood, it's all over. Isn't there always blood in there? You would have to wash that out with that soap that you were talking about that's running out. There's always going to be blood in there, Art.
A little bit, yeah. It's like a little,
so what are they
bit of residual.
about?
Yeah, they have to put it upside down like you do with your shampoo. Like in the kitchen, you make sure you put it away, get the ketchup upside down.
Yes, they give it to the demons and they go over to the sink. They're trying to get it all out and they're frying. Each demon tries to do it and ends up blowing up. They're like, shit.
Hold on. So he lays out all the mythology here, all the lore.
Completely understandable. 100%.
Well, actually, everybody there is looking at him. I don't think some of them believe him. They're like rolling their eyes. He's like, look, you got to believe me. I'm not crazy.
Yeah, and wouldn't they believe him anyway? They just saw freaking demons.
Thank you, Eric.
Of course they're going to believe him. They're like, oh my God.
Irene's arm is ripped off. And Willie and them, they're like rolling their eyes. Yeah. Like you expect us to believe this?
Come on. That's ridiculous. So while I want to point out Roach is like, oh, I believe you, man, or something. He's shaking Breaker's hand, but really he steals the key from Breaker. He takes it. So Roach now has the key and Danny takes off and we don't know.
Danny in the middle of... Yeah. In the middle of Breaker telling this story was like, this sucks. This is boring, and takes off.
Yeah. There's no iPhone, so he's got to find something else to distract him.
But now they all realize Danny's gone. Yeah. They start to go, where's Danny?
So Jada Pinkett, not Smith, goes to look for the kid, and then we hear, "Hey baby, how you doing?" It's Billy Zane's back. Trying to seduce Jada now.
Yeah, the way they do this, Eric, is she's looking under a bed for it's a shot we see in horror movies all the time, looking under the bed and the person pops up and somebody's behind them, right, when they come back up from looking under the bed. But when she comes up, the room's been transformed into a music video is what it looks like, right?
I was just going to say, total eclipse of the heart.
Exactly, right.
Flowing
curtains and large portraits like you'd think a vain model would have in their apartment of themselves, but it's Jada's picture around in these big things.
Because she feels trapped and she wants to travel. Her room is filled with like pictures of travel, Eiffel Tower. So Billy Demon is trying to tell her that, hey, if you let me possess you, you can have all these things. And there's even some stuff. He's like, and if you don't do it, I'm going to kill you. And there's a picture of her and she's bleeding. And then these Freddy Krueger hands coming through the picture. I thought that was cool. And then
that effect had a good 10-year run in movies. Would you say?
Did.
Like it did.
And every single haunted house in the 90s. And then he's like, hey, by the way, Breaker's going to die. And then he shows an image of Breaker being eaten by the demons, like they're tearing his stomach out and stuff.
Yeah, it's almost like an image out of a medieval painting or something where they show you kind of the demons tearing somebody's stomach organs out and things like that. He
is trying to seduce her and she's not saying anything. And then I love some of the lines that he says. He's like, hey, you give up your soul, you turn into a demon, you look like shit. Where's the payoff? I get it. But she doesn't give in.
Well, he says, what do you say? And she spits on him.
Spits in his face, yeah.
But he kind of wipes it off. And what I like about it, Eric, is the scene goes on for a few more moments, but there's still a little spit on the side of his cheek. You notice that too? Yeah.
You notice that too. But we want to point out that he's not really there because he can't get in the house.
Right.
So this is still in her mind, but then she spits in his face. I'm like, what? How does this work?
I was wondering the same thing.
Yeah.
But he then says, he's sort of like, well, I guess we're going to have to do it this way. You're going to do what I want.
Yep.
So this was a question I had for you. I guess you have to. I was under the idea when he did this with Cordelia earlier is that you kind of have to give in. And you have to allow him in.
Yes, you have to.
He can't make you. He can't
Correct.
make you do this.
He can't make you do it. So if he's not physically able to get to you, he's got to get you through your mind, and you have to say yes. So weaknesses are a big thing here. So and apparently Jada, her weakness, she doesn't give in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't know that yet.
No.
We don't know that because the way she walks out of this room and rejoins everybody, she looks a little, she's acting a little possessed looking. Do you know what I mean?
No, okay, Art. So you're a first-time watcher. So for me, I've seen it so many times that I don't even see that.
You don't notice that.
So you were thinking, oh, is she possessed?
I wasn't sure because I was following the logic of the movie, and I said, well, he can just. Because the way he kind of goes like, you will do what I want. And he kind of pushes her hands towards, almost like he's sending a spell into her. And I said, wait a minute. So I was a little confused. And then when she comes out of the room, she if you watch it, Eric, she's putting on a little bit of like, I'm a zombie. I'm not all here.
Yeah, I didn't.
So they're kind of trying to lead you into thinking that she might still be possessed. She might be possessed.
Me just seeing it a ridiculous amount of times, I don't see that anymore.
Yeah. So when you look at it again, there's glances she gives at things and the way she looks at things that they're clearly trying to make you as an audience member think that she's possessed.
Well, you know what we discover, Art, is that there's another floor to this building because apparently there's a trapdoor leads up to an attic area, which I guess is not an attic area. It's a steeple. Yeah. For
the mission, like it's up there.
So that makes sense. And there's little windows up there, Art. So that's a problem. And so we find Bob and Irene find Willie, who's drunk. Apparently he goes up there to drink. And there's Danny sitting in a chair reading Tales from the Crypt.
Yes.
Yeah. So I thought that was fun. But you don't know what's with Danny because his face, he's looking at the comics like this.
He's very intensely reading it.
Yeah.
He reminds me of, it's almost like you could imagine Danny being the frame wraparound story kid of an anthology movie for Tales of the Crypt. Where like it's usually like a kid who likes comics and right that type of thing. So that gave me that vibe when he was up there doing that.
We know that the windows upstairs aren't sealed. So my question to you and the demons and everyone, Art, is why didn't they frickin' go through these windows then? Why aren't the demons swarming the building?
Yeah.
And like, oh, here's a couple windows they forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did they not go that high up? Are they afraid of heights, Art? I don't know.
And meanwhile, downstairs, Roach is spitting on the zombies that are down off the balcony. Not zombies, demons. The demons. He's spitting on the demons.
Too many podcasts for us.
He's spitting on the demons.
Yep.
And Breaker's like, by the way, well, did they send like a big whoosh of air back at him?
And the sound effect.
Yes.
They hate that. They hate that.
Yeah, Breaker tells him.
But we know Breaker's dealt with these demons before, which is another question I have for later. Just so you know. Because we're going over a timeline when this is done.
So Willie is taking Danny downstairs from the steeple after they found him. He's taking him downstairs. And he opens the door to a room. And when he opens the door, he sees something. We see his reaction. He sees something. And when it comes back to his POV, we're going to get the record for boobs for our podcast, Eric.
I think right now.
Broken right now. This is just blown out of the water.
Forget humanoids from the deep. They just, now they're second place.
Yes.
Because Willie has basically come into what looks like a rated R version of Bachelor in Paradise.
Yes.
It's like a tiki theme, and every single woman is wearing the 80s bikini bottom, that high rise, and is completely topless and has absolutely had work done every single one of them. Did you do a count here? Because I felt
I did do a count.
Oh, good.
I did do
God, I'll blame you. Then.
9. There are 9 of them.
More.
Oh, there are.
No, 9 more.
9 more on top of what we've seen.
So
already.
11.
11. We're up to 11.
Because we're counting a set.
11 sets. Yes.
Well, 10 sets.
Well, we had one side. Yeah. 11, 10 and a half.
And you know what's funny is Cordelia's were the only natural. Everybody else, you're like, what's going on here? Nobody's going to drown. That's all I can tell you. They all go swimming. They're not going to drown. But it's a hallucination. But Willie has an alcohol problem, and Billy Zane takes advantage of it because he's the bartender.
Yeah.
Hey, Willie, how about one of these?
Yeah, he bellies up to the bar, and the women are just all around him. I mean,
yes,
they are just they're all, because they're all, like I said, in one shot. It's like he's sitting there, and they squeeze all 9 of the women.
Yep.
So all 18 boobs are in this shot, and they're just all around him, and they're just like, do it, Willie, drink it.
Come on.
And they're all sexually. I could use a nice, hard, stiff one now. Yep. It's all that stuff. And you're just like, now some of these women, I looked up some of these women. I looked some of them up. Some of them went on to actually act in other things. One became a director.
What?
One is this is going to shock you. One's a porn star.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And yeah, so, but they're all in the shot, like through the whole scene. But yes, explain, what is this character that Billy Zane is doing here?
He's doing his version of a bartender. I think it's hilarious. In the trivia, Billy Zane was like, I wanted to do a demon's version of Robin Williams' Genie.
Okay.
So that's what he was doing. He's playing, like, making jokes and stuff. So he's trying to play other characters.
But he's got a hat, a little hat.
Yeah, he's got
sunglasses, a big cigar coming out of his mouth. He's got the towel over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's mixing drinks, and he's got the bartender thing. And,
it's that vacation bartender, like you go down to any tiki place, and that's what it's Bachelor in Paradise. That's exactly what it is. And I'll also point out that Dick Miller, this is the most difficult scene for him to shoot because he said he kept forgetting his line.
He doesn't have many lines, does he, though?
That's what I mean. He was probably so distracted.
Yeah, they probably do.
Hey, what's going on here?
I will say, I know this is going a little deep here, but in his performance, you see that he doesn't really know if he should take that drink, the first drink. Like, he does have like a little bit of a hesitation. And even on the second one, he does. So I think he knows he's giving in.
Yeah.
And probably shouldn't.
That's his demon.
Yeah.
His alcohol.
So Dick Miller, good job, like there.
Good job.
In the face of all of those distractions.
Yep. Yep. And
you're giving a good performance.
I know I guess we're going to do it. But meanwhile, the upstairs, they discover in the attic thing or whatever we're calling it, that the post office guy was going to go postal, as they say.
Yeah. And Wally was stealing all that mail that the post office was looking for.
And then he was so mad that he was going to go ballistic in the post office and like shoot everybody. He has all these weapons, but there's no ammo. Mm-hmm. And he was going to do it for Cordelia, but there's no ammo, but there's a shit ton of grenades
on a vest.
You know, that pull them all at once thing. So he did steal the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so Uncle Willie's possessed at this time, so he's a demon, right?
Yes. Yeah. So Willie's given in to the seductions of Billy Zane.
So Billy Zane's done his job with that one. So he goes after Irene next. And she's not having it.
No, he goes upstairs. He brings up through the attic ladder. He comes up and he's like, one appendage here, and he has on a big platter.
Yes.
Her arm, basically.
Her forearm.
On a big her forearm.
Yeah, he wants to give it back to her, but served up on a plate like food. And she lifts her severed arm up like that. You just see the severed part. And he goes, is that a yes? And she goes, no, that's me giving you the finger. So she doesn't succumb.
Yeah.
Right?
She doesn't succumb. But meanwhile, Breaker and Jaylene and Danny are, they're in a room, and Willie is attacking them. Willie's now zombie, and he's going to attack.
Yep. He's doing a great job. He's not quite a whole, he doesn't have that tongue or anything, but he's got the eyes and the mouth. He looks like the beginnings of a werewolf. It's pretty cool. And
Yes.
so there's a big fight scene there, and Uncle Billy's smacking Jada into a corner. And so it's really like he's going to kill Breaker. And my thought is like, is Breaker just tired? Because he keeps getting his ass kicked by demons.
Yeah. And in this moment, Eric, this is what I was talking a little bit about earlier, is Jada is suddenly having flashes of that scene that Billy Zane showed her earlier with the demons attacking Breaker and tearing him apart.
Mm-hmm.
She's sort of in the corner. And I think we're meant to believe she's struggling with what she should do here. Should she let Willie kill Breaker, or should she help Breaker in this moment?
And Breaker figures, I'll just reach for the key, but it's not there. So Uncle Willie's kicking his butt.
Yes. Yeah. It's not there because we remember you told us Roach has the key.
Yeah. But while we're still in the fight scene, Willie's distracted and he grabs Breaker grabs a machete off the wall. Why is there a machete on the wall?
There's a lot in this room. There's a lot of like bow and arrow and machetes and things like that on the wall. This was, Eric, remember earlier I said I wish we got a little bit more of the layout of this house earlier in the movie. That's what I meant.
I think it's Wally. I think it's Wally's room.
Okay.
I'm doing Wally from Wally just in case nobody's Wally.
But these sections, Eric, just so you know, are where I started to feel like I want to know where we are.
Yeah, why is there machete on the wall? But thank goodness it's there, because he grabs a machete and he takes off Uncle Willie's head. But he doesn't.
But
nope.
No eye. The eyes are still in that head.
Yep.
So
we get that headless going after him.
And so Danny's trying to help out. So Danny just throws the rug up over the head.
Yeah, because the head's still active, looking around.
Yeah. Danny covers it with the side of the blanket.
Mm-hmm.
And Breaker is struggling with the headless body and says, get the eyes. And under the rug, you hear the head go, I heard that.
Please tell me that was a subtitle.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's on the subtitle. That's how I saw it. That's how I saw it.
They're such a joy.
Because it was muffled. And I heard that.
That is awesome. But he takes the head out from the rug and he goes over to the antlers that are conveniently there.
Yeah, see this room. I was trying to figure out whose room this was. Yeah.
Yeah, it's somebody who does a lot of hunting. I don't know. But then he pierces Uncle Willie's eyes with the antlers.
Perfectly lined up, these antlers. And yeah.
Ingenious kid. Well, we know the kid's not a demon, so there you go. And so Uncle Willie's gone. Dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
Mm-hmm. Should we say what should we now go to what's happening downstairs with Roach?
Yep. And by downstairs, we mean on the balcony.
On the balcony floor level. So Roach has the key. We see that he has it. They sort of cut to Roach has the key. And he goes to the edge of the threshold where the seal is. And there's Billy Zane, coming up the stairs there. He's got two demons behind him.
With a lot of charisma coming up those stairs. He's practically like, doop, ba-doop, boom, boom, dancing up the stairs.
He's all happy. And the demons following him. Yeah. I think you said the ponytail demon.
Ponytail demon's probably there.
Yeah, and they're coming up the stairs.
And fun fact is, if you look at this closely like we do, the last demon down the stairs clearly isn't one of the main demons because it almost trips up the stairs if you watch it.
I didn't catch
oops,
that.
Yeah, because they can't freaking see a thing.
No, and they're like you said, they're on these hooves or whatever.
But the two that are near him are awesome. Yeah. And Roach is like, I want out. I'm going to give you the key. He's like, great. Mm-hmm. And he goes, meanwhile, you don't mind if I kill the others, do you? He's like, if it makes you feel good, do it. But he tells Roach that he's not going to kill him.
Yes.
And so this is an improv by Billy Zane. He said, I want to do this thing. He produces a cleaning sponge out of his mouth. Like a magic trick, like a genie.
Yeah, he says like one last thing. Can you clean up I guess you just wipe up the blood.
Wipe it up. Yeah.
Do the seal.
No residual.
For the seal. Yeah. But so he just put a sponge in his mouth, right?
Yes.
I guess that's the way a sponge would work.
It's a great effect because he just goes bleh, and it comes out. And Billy Zane did that. he said, hey, I want to do this. And they said, great, do it.
I love people coming up with these things.
And it's hilarious.
Sometimes in the moment. Yeah, it's really good.
Yep.
And so he does the seal, and Roach.
Yeah, he gives them the key, puts in the briefcase.
What I will say, Eric, this is what I was talking about earlier. Did you notice the whole time that Zane is talking to Roach, the demons, they giggle back in the thing? They'll go like,
yeah.
Like,
well, they know what's up.
When he goes like, so when Roach says, you'll let me go, right? And Zane's like, hey, yeah, no.
Totally.
And you hear the demons behind him going like, like, and like, if I was Roach, I'd be like, wait, what are they? Why are they laughing?
Yeah.
Why are they?
But Roach is a dummy. He's a dummy.
He is. He's
but
a dummy,
also Billy Zane is a dummy because this is the one time where he doesn't say, and can you empty it first?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe he was distracted.
Well, yeah. But Roach goes down the stairs, and then Billy Zane has to say, oh, yeah, by the way.
Yep.
I lied.
Yep. And then they bite into him and they kill Roach. And we're very happy.
And he was told, remember, this is exactly, that's why I brought it up.
Yep.
Breaker told him earlier in the movie, he said, he'll if you give him that thing, he's just going to kill you.
He's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Nobody listens.
So,
nobody
listens.
But this is where Billy Zane, I just pointing out how much of a great job he does, because this is where he dances up the stairs, because now he's got the key and he's just going to kill everybody. And he does these things. He's like, hello.
Yeah, he's looking in the doors. He's looking in. Yeah.
It's so good. And then out of nowhere, an arrow, giant arrow, floink in his eye.
Yeah, through one of the eyes. So what we're thinking is audience is like, oh, one of his eyes is out. Like we got one eye down. That's what we're thinking. Yeah.
And he falls off the balcony.
And loses the hold of the key.
Yep. So they get that back. Mm-hmm. And I think they're going back up to the, what are we calling it again? Not
steeple.
The attic,
the steeple. The steeple.
So everybody's heading up there except for our heroes, our martyrs, Bob and Irene.
Bob is like, go up there. I'll hold them off. And then Irene now has brought the vest of grenades.
She's got the vest of grenades and one good arm.
Yes. So she puts on the vest of grenades, and the demons are getting closer and closer.
And it's just Bob and her down there now. Everybody's up in the steeple.
Hands, or they do? I don't know.
Well, they can't hold hands because she only has one to pull the pin.
That's right. That's right.
So she pulls the thing which pulls all the pins. Yep, and she goes.
But she's got a line.
You got a line. I'm gonna let you do it. I'm gonna let you do it.
Okay, supper time.
Supper time. And Art, there's how many grenades are there? Like 8? Okay, so grenades. You've seen a grenade go off.
I've thrown grenades, yeah.
Okay. So, well, let's point out you don't throw them now.
No, this was a long time ago.
Yeah, I throw grenades every day outside and go on my house. So all of them go off at once as a massive explosion on that floor.
Yeah.
Is that accurate? Would that not also take out the ceiling?
It would go everywhere, yes.
Wouldn't it, like the shrapnel? Because they're like, destroy the ceiling and they'd all fall. Ah!
It would be.
Okay.
It'd be quite a lot of damage.
They're upstairs in the chapel, safe and sound. There's not even smoke up there.
Yeah.
Right? So we got all that's left now is Danny, Breaker, and Jade Pinkett. That's it.
Yeah.
So all 3 of them are up there.
Yes. I want to hold for 1 second, Eric, on supper time. It's one of those things you and I talk about in movies where was that something she said throughout the movie? Was that something that like I like sometimes we get these lines in these movies you and I watch. We always laugh because we're like, where, like, what is it that I haven't heard that phrase ever in the movie.
Yes.
And they come out with it as if it's supposed to mean something.
Yeah.
Because also, is it supper time?
What?
Like, is it? Is that supposed to mean?
It doesn't.
Come and get it. Is that what we're supposed to be like? Come and get it. It's supper time because you're going to eat us or something.
I'm only thinking maybe because she made the food there.
Yeah,
there could be a dozen.
Maybe she said supper time earlier and I missed.
Could be a dozen things that she could have said, Art.
But sometimes I get, you get obsessed about certain things. I sometimes am like
come get
supper time.
That's the
that's the
time
last
to
words.
go. or blowing you back to hell, or say hi to Satan for me. Nothing like that. She says supper
She
time.
needs the Crypt Keeper writing some of her.
She needs the Crypt Keeper,
stuff for her.
Yeah. I guess those demons were blown away. Something like that. But no, so there's
she
only
came well armed. So, anyways, but back to the steeple. Sorry, I just wanted to hold them.
One. No, okay. Yeah. So Danny's reading a comic book, and then this is what I love how they put the Tales from the Crypt in there. He's reading the Tales from the Crypt comic book, and he looks in, and there's a zombie in there, and then the zombie gets realized. Dunk. And so Danny gets possessed right away.
Right.
Doesn't make any sense for
None. Okay, good. I'm on the same page as you.
Unless he was completely susceptible and Billy Zane's like, screw it, I'm just going to go like that in the...
Yeah.
But he didn't talk him into nothing, Art. He just instantly got possessed. So I thought, they're moving it along.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And Breaker says he only has enough blood for one more seal.
Yep.
There's multiple windows.
There's 3 windows. And he tells
but I mean, like you said, it's like you couldn't
stretch that out. You could have.
But also, couldn't he cut himself and refill it?
Art. He could
right?
Why didn't he refill it?
Yeah. That's what I don't I'm not sure the rules there. Right.
It's like, what's her name? I got her rules I follow. So Breaker instead pours it on Jada's hand and wasting it, in my opinion. There's more than enough there.
Because he thinks is it because he thinks she might be possessed, right?
No. He thinks because she's the next one, he thinks, and that's why he pours it on her hand. And instead of her wiping it off and being like, what are you doing, asshole? She takes it and goes doink and seals one of the windows. So that was a test for Breaker to see if she...
I completely misread that. I thought he was suspicious she might be turned, and because I guess he could have put the whole thing on her to do that. So she decided, because she went pink and put it on the door.
He's like, you're the chosen one. You're the next one.
I guess that's
And good thing too that she did that, because freaking Demon Danny, the best demon in the whole movie. I love this demon. He is turned into a demon kid and he's attacking Breaker. And what's awesome is, what they didn't have to do, is they keep cutting to the comic book.
Yes.
Right?
That's my favorite part of this movie, as far as what they were doing stylistically.
Yeah.
Is Danny is attacking and they keep flashing back to the comic strip, and we're seeing in the comic strip interpolated with what's happening in the fight, resembled in the,
see
portrayed in the comic strip.
Breaker's in there, Jada's in there.
Yeah.
And now this freaking kid does that mouth thing that you talk about, where his mouth stretches like that. And first he grabs with his talons and rips at Breaker's chest. So he
pulls it out like Indiana Jones Temple of Doom style, like going for the heart. Yeah, yes, for its heart.
Going for the heart.
So his whole hand is in there. It's like Breaker's gone. Like I'm like, okay, Breaker's
a fatal wound.
It's a fatal wound.
Yeah. But he's not done, Art, because now he's got that tongue thing you were talking about. It's a huge tongue, and it's burying into the wound. It's such a cool monster, and it's a practical effect. It's a really cool, gross demon, Danny.
Mm-hmm.
And so Breaker's down for the count. He's pretty much going to die. And Jada, remember Jada was a little athletic? They mentioned about her athleticism.
Yes.
Remember that? Briefly, they mentioned it.
But right before that, what I love is they're flashing back and forth to the comic book, like you said, and they're also making some of the scenes in real life outside of the comic book have that comic booky feel. And we see that the key is on the floor. The key in this melee has been on the floor. And you see the shadow of the Danny demon, the hand over the key. It looks like a panel from a comic book, right? It's like that. It's like he's reaching for the key. It's a great shot. I love it.
Yeah, they do a super job with this particular part. And it wouldn't be in there if it wasn't Tales from the Crypt. I think that's kind of cool. It was probably not even in the script. But Jada, Jada uses her athletic skills to basically, I call it the raptor kick from Jurassic Park. She raptor kicks Danny, and he flies through the window and basically explodes. That one window that she chose.
Yeah, and his one singed Chuck Taylor hits the ground outside.
Yep. And then while we're back she's back with Breaker now, who's dying, and he transfers the key to her hand. And she's like,
Yeah, and I want to point out what you just said there.
Yeah.
He's dying. His heart, I want to point out to the audience here who hasn't seen the movie, his heart has been ripped out and tongued by a demon, and he's dying. He's dying.
It's still in there. We didn't see, it's still beating a little bit. Yeah.
We have time. He's got a time for a promotion ceremony.
He does. Yeah. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
So she gets all the memories, and she becomes what is now the name of the movie, which is a demon knight.
And this is the first time we hear that, right?
I don't know.
Demon
first
knight.
Time I wrote it.
Yeah.
But she's a demon knight. But I don't think he ever says you're a demon knight. And he dies. And fun fact is, when you die, all that work you did, all those seals disappear. So the house is now vulnerable again.
Kind of
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Kind of a bummer thing.
Yeah, but the blood's still there, isn't it?
But and, we have to mention, Eric, she looks at her hand.
Yep,
she now gets the jaguar sound.
And they're not in a circle.
They're not.
A circle.
They're spread out in just a random way.
Around, yeah. Yeah, and Billy Zane, I love people.
I do want to point out.
Yes, come on, let's keep going.
As he's dying, I'm like, oh no. I mean, she's putting mustard on her performance here, Eric, Jada. And they actually script, and she says the lines, "Don't you leave me. Don't you leave me." And I'm like, come.
But she's mad because she's stuck with all this crap. I would say the same thing. She is stuck. Like, where do you think you're going?
Stuck with it. Yeah.
Where do you think you're going? But Billy Zane comes rising out of the floor, which I love, and this, bathed in green or whatever it is. And she's not there. She's gone. So he's looking for her. She comes out from behind the boxes of whatever, and she is covered in blood. And for some reason decided she needed to take most of her clothes off.
So we hear the underwear again? Is there a little bit of underwear?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're back.
It's a thick front. Thick V front, and then the high straps. It's very Calvin Klein. If those aren't Calvin Kleins, I would be surprised. Yep. So
yeah.
And
he's like, look at you. You're all covered in blood. And she's like, it's not my blood.
Not my blood.
Yeah.
Yes. And then she grabs him, and another great reaction from Billy Zane, because it starts to burn because it's not her blood. It's his blood. Which again, why didn't she fill up? I don't get. Wait, why didn't he put more blood in there? Why didn't he cut himself open?
I don't know.
But Billy Zane is like, I mean, it's a fun. And makes a dive through the trap door. He basically dives through the trap door.
But so she goes downstairs.
Yes, she goes downstairs and makes way to the bathroom. And for some reason, they decided that's where they wanted to put the severed head sheriff. So he's in the bathtub the whole time. He's been there the whole time. Where did they put the other corpses, Art?
Yeah.
Do they not care about the mailman? Where's he? Where is he?
Yeah.
But it's just him in the bathtub. And lo and behold, Billy's also in the bathtub, and he covers her with the shower curtain. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So smart demon, I guess, because he throws her in the bathtub and he's washing her off. And I'm sure because you had the subtitles on, there's plenty you could grab off of that scene.
He has a little song about getting yourself clean.
Yes.
Rub-a-dub.
Yes. Yeah. But he washes all the blood off of her. Never gets any on him. And I want to point out she's wearing a white tank top and white underwear, soaked in blood. Okay.
Yeah.
He washes her off. We're back to white again. I'm like, wow, that is whatever he was using for those. It's that soap you're talking about earlier. Whatever he's using for soap, Art, worked pretty well because it's gone.
Yeah.
And also being cleaned on top of Headless Sheriff.
Yeah. And then he sort of wraps her up in a nice shower curtain package and is then dragging her down the stairs into the sort of bottom floor, the big room down there.
And he's pissed off because she stabbed him in the eye with the key.
That's right.
Broke his favorite sunglasses.
Right. But this is where we learn that doesn't work on him.
No. Apparently his eyes, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Only lower level demons, he says.
Yep. And apparently dragging her down the stairs is funny too, because she's definitely wrapped up, and it's not Jada because she's getting some damage there. Dong, down the stairs. But he says he's going to get a promotion for this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I caught that too.
Yep. And for some reason now there's a dance sequence.
Well, suddenly we learn that he wants to have a relationship with her. Like, this isn't all just about getting the key and ruining the universe. It's now he wants her.
Yes. And this is where one of those things where you're saying before, you already know, the viewer already knows. So it's not a big surprise. Is she's not saying anything because her mouth is filled with blood that she sucked up when he wasn't looking. But we already know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yes,
we know that she's probably going to spit it at some point on him. But she's waiting so long because they're having this awesome dance. He's telling her he's very attracted to her. And then, sometimes you get carried away with your libido. His crotch unzips and frickin' death erection flame comes flying out.
And he's Billy Zane is like moving his pelvis all around. And you know what happened? It's like he did that performance and the special effects people had to kind of follow his pelvis with the beam of light that comes out of it.
Yeah.
But I watched it again. I was like, is this coming out of his crotch or his stomach?
Oh, yeah.
It's like
it's coming out of his. Yeah. This is his version of an erection. And it's like a whip. And he's like, whoa, get back in there. Whoa. I mean, it's very Beetlejuice. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, because it is very Beetlejuice, Eric. That's a good, it is. Because the thing is, he's saying nobody's ever brought a demon knight to the other side before. It's all Beetlejuice. You're right. It's like little Beetle.
That's it, Art. That's where he says it. That's where it is. That's the first time you hear it.
He says nobody's ever brought a demon knight to the other side.
There you go, everyone. That's when they say it. And then he goes, Can I tell you? I want to say something I've never said to anyone. You. Do you think you could me? I'm not sure.
Honestly, you saying Beetlejuice now to me totally makes all this click, because I was thinking this is over the top. It's fun to watch, but I'm like, are we supposed to be feeling like she's in peril? Because like you said, we already know she has this stuff in her mouth. She
has this stuff in her mouth. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
But he realizes she's not going to do anything. So he says, well, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
But at least you'll be with me in hell. And then he's got a weird, like a metal finger claw thing. What was that?
It looks sort of like a straight like a razor blade, but it's not really a claw fingernail.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't look like the same fingernail when he cut his hand and got the green.
Oh no, it's not.
It's not the same type of thing.
No, this is like a weapon.
But he says he's going to cut her heart out.
Yep.
I guess that's how you kill a demon knight.
I guess so.
Their heart out, because that's how Breaker got it.
Yeah, unless of course you count the other guy that got his throat slit and they didn't.
Yeah. No, I guess that's not. Yeah.
I don't know.
But she's been saving up that blood for a long time.
I kept thinking, what if she swallows it by mistake? I mean, you try to hold water in your mouth, you do the spit take, your lap. What if she swallowed it by mistake?
But like you said, the blood should be soaked in her clothes.
Oh, yeah. He can't even touch her. There's no way.
I know. Yeah.
Yep. But she spits it in his face. And then we have an awesome death scene here, right?
A couple of stages of it. So, yeah, it burns into his face. The face starts to melt. But then acrid, like smoke plumes or something are coming out of the head.
Yes, you know what it reminds me of?
In the head.
Those smoke bombs that you light off for fireworks. It's green awful pouring out of it. That's awesome.
Yeah, out of like the holes in the head that have been formed.
Yes.
So it's starting to do that. Then he starts to catch on fire.
Yes, practical effect. Mm-hmm.
And then does part of it stuff fall on the ground, like gloopy parts like fall off him?
There's weird
falling off and
splatting
on the ground. And this is where when he's on fire, we see the demon form starting to come.
Yeah.
And he becomes much taller and wings, these
Yep.
demon wings are there. And then he has almost like a dragon's head.
He's got
is it like
horns,
a flat
demon
horns and a dragon?
Yeah.
It's like a dragonish head.
Yeah. It sort of reminded me of the Fright Night death vampire bat.
Yes. Yeah. And interesting because I told you that Tom Holland, the director of Fright Night, did some production sketches for this early on.
Maybe that was it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then he explodes and they do a shot of what I guess is the miniature
of the mission. Yes.
The whole place explodes.
Yeah. Yes, the whole place. Yeah.
Whole place art, right?
Yes, you're tracking with me.
Okay. And then we cut to she's lying there. There is no explosion stuff and she's quite alive. There's no rubble. There's no what was that?
I don't know.
So it was like demon fire and it didn't really blow anything up?
I was just as confused.
Okay, and all the demons now are gone.
Yeah.
There's no more demons.
Mm-hmm. But Breaker's there.
Dead.
Which is good.
He dead though.
Because he's like a soda fountain. You know, like when you get your soda at the fountain, Eric,
Jesus.
The fountain drink. She just she takes the key and she presses into his wound and it fills up the key. And I was thinking it was like when you get a Dr. Pepper or
Yep.
And she dispenses the blood into it. That's what it looked like to me.
Yes. Yep. Fills it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
With his blood. Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's mixed with his blood. So she's obviously taking over.
Mm-hmm.
And then she puts on that outfit that you love. I think she puts on
yeah, but it's a full jacket now.
It's a full jacket
denim.
now, yeah.
Got not the cut off sleeves, no bandana. She leaves and she looks at her hands and one of the constellations is moved. Do we see it move, right? Do we see it?
I don't remember because what's supposed to be is they're supposed to be scattered all over the place now anyway because they're not all coming together. So that I don't understand.
But she does see one is moved. There's a clear
one's moved, but they should all be moved. They should all be not in a circle art.
That's right. Yeah.
And there's a bus station conveniently right there.
Yep. She's getting on a bus. A few other people are getting on the bus.
Yep.
Nobody there seemed to have noticed that the halfway house blew up.
No,
last
the
night.
Diners are probably on fire.
Yeah.
There's bodies everywhere.
People just getting on a bus in Mexico.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before she gets on, though, she turns back, drops a little blood down, seals that bus door.
A little? All right. From watching the movie, I thought she's wasting it right now. I would be sticking my finger in the top and touching it. That's all you need.
Yeah,
what a
waste.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
But it seals up that bus door.
It does.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because as the bus goes down the road a little bit, it's going to stop. And we see a guy with a cowboy hat and a duster.
Yeah.
And a case, a briefcase.
Yep.
He wants to get on that bus.
He does. But he's a completely different person. So it's not Billy Zane. And the guy goes, "No, that's okay. I'll wait for the next one."
We get a little guitar riff.
Yes. And then the bus takes off and he's walking down the road and he has to whistle the frickin' do, 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 do from
But we're not done.
No, we're not.
We're not done.
No, we're not done. Oh my God. There's an epilogue.
There is.
Oh.
Two epilogues, really.
Oh.
Because we pan over and there's a grave and there's a red flower sitting on the grave and a hand pops up out of the grave, grabs the red flower. And I thought the hand popping up was going to be the end. And the flower pulls down into the ground. And this is cool. This little cool set.
Good.
The hand is pulling the flower through the ground. We're seeing like a cross section of the ground, and there's a little mouse, a rat, like on the side, a real rat.
Yep.
And they're pulling it down through everything, through the ground, all the way down to the Crypt Keeper's lair.
Yes, and there's an Easter egg as you're watching it. There's Jimmy Hoffa's keys. A set of keys that says Hoffa.
Didn't notice that.
Yeah. And I kept thinking, how did he stretch his hand all the way up there? How the hell did he do that? But, he's the Crypt Keeper. Yeah, so now we're back with the Crypt Keeper in his domain, right?
In his domain, and he's got 2 babes there.
Oh, my God.
Once again, the babes, not topless, these women, but like I said, created in a lab for 13-year-old boys.
Same one.
These, yeah.
While you're watching him, and he's saying whatever he's saying, I'm watching the one on the right.
Okay.
And she is getting direction from somebody the entire time. She's looking off. And I mean, it was so distracting. I'm like, she knew somebody. If this is the person that went on to be a director, I'd be surprised. I think this is the porn star, is my guess. Oh my God. She has no idea what she's doing. Yeah, but the Crypt Keeper's going to the premiere, right? They're going to...
Screamier.
The Screamier! Can we do it now? I guess we can do it. He's in a tux now, all of a sudden.
He's in a tux. He's going to the Screamier, and he gets out at the red carpet, and his Fang Club is waiting to see him.
Yep. It's just like an opening, and it says Tales from the Crypt Demon Night. So he's going... his little Muppet body... Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
And those 2 women were in the limo.
Yeah, they're in the limo. They're going down with them. And I love watching the extras in these scenes with the Crypt Keeper, because it does look like people are getting a kick out of the fact that they're in the scene with this guy.
And that woman she does not know where to look. I swear to God, she's looking at the operators instead. She's like,
because it's not like she's acting with an animation that's going to be put in later, like Roger Rabbit. It's like he's a puppet that's right there.
Just nothing going on.
But his producers are there.
Yep.
He's like, looks like my producers want a meeting with me. They have a guillotine.
A guillotine right on the red carpet, and they're just shaking their heads like, And then he's in the guillotine.
Yeah, they have to cut because we can't see him get into the guillotine.
We can't.
So they cut right to it, and he says, I asked for final cut, and it looks like I'm getting it.
All right, then I get to say, now that's entertainment, when his head gets cut off.
Yes, in the basket.
Yes, but it's such a great it's a puppet. It's an animatronic head. It's amazing.
Yes. And as he laughs, it's just, not to put too fine of a point on it, but the way they do it, Eric, is he laughs and it dissolves, but his eyes are green as the last thing you see of his eyes on the frame as it kind of goes out.
Yep.
And then we get the Danny Elfman music and we go back up through the scene that we came into at the end. We're going backwards.
And it's a great, I just love, reminds me of Disney's Haunted Mansion. Love it. And the boom, 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 boom.
And Eric, you're going to have to cover it because I both times did not watch to the end of the credits. Well, and so I know that I did read afterwards that there's something. I'm like, oh, I missed it.
There is, but it doesn't count because they blew it.
Okay.
It's like when it's saying the Avengers will be back again in Endgame. So it's the Crypt Keeper, just close up. And he's like, oh, you're still here? Well, great. Well, join me again and we'll have our new one, Dead Easy. And it's a promo for something that never happened, Dead Easy.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be zombies in New Orleans.
Yeah. It's sort of like when there was a couple of James Bonds, I think, where they don't have the same title. They don't have the right title on the end. Yeah. And it ended up being a different movie.
If you're thinking we are talking about different movies now because we're at the end, we're not. This is the same movie. This is Demon Night with 3 frickin' endings, basically. But I can safely say that it's ended.
This is it. That's the end of Demon Night. Not the end of Tales from the Crypt movies, though, because they had one more. Mm-hmm. Bordello of Blood was a Tales from the Crypt movie, which I don't know if we're going to end up covering that.
Who's the star of that?
I want to say it's Dennis Leary. Not Dennis Leary, Dennis Miller.
It's Dennis Miller.
Dennis Miller, yeah.
Saturday Night Live, freaking not an actor by any stretch of the imagination. He only did the news, right? Dennis Miller.
Now, I'm going to ask you, is that one an anthology film or is it a straight a movie? Okay.
It's straight, yep. And it was their attempt at doing 3, and they never did it.
Okay.
They never did 3, but Bordello of Blood, which doesn't get a lot of good ratings. I might watch it but I remember it was awful. I wanted it to be so good. But
I don't think I ever saw that
This movie, not an anthology art, Demon Night, First time for you.
First
Tell me,
time.
what did you think?
Well,
What did you think of? Was it a scream?
so after I got over my disorientation at it not
My fault. My fault. 100%.
it's not your fault.
No, it is.
You never told me it was an anthology film.
100%.
I said it was an anthology film. You just didn't correct me.
I didn't. Nope.
It's framed as Tales from the Crypt. It has the Crypt Keeper in it. So it has that fun energy that it opens with. And so it contributed to my delusion that I was going to see an anthology film at the beginning. The film proper, it really feels like this was something that was not made to be a Tales from the Crypt movie. This is an action horror film, very firmly in the sort of 90s vibe for action horror movies. It fits in there, the aesthetic, the lighting, the color grading, everything sort of matches that. Some of the effects are really, really cool. However, this story to me has a lot of things that are like, what? There were a lot of times where I wasn't clear on what the rules were, what we're supposed to be doing. I also don't know how I feel about the characters. I like the actors, but there's clearly to me things about these characters that were probably in other drafts of scripts. We talked about Uncle Willie owning the mines, and they get a little bit of Jaylene as a prisoner on work release. So I just think in other drafts of these scripts, these characters are a little more fleshed out. But this movie doesn't seem to have time for any of that, which is okay because it's going to move on and be an action movie. But then the thing that you're sacrificing is, how am I feeling about these people when they die or when they leave me? Is it just lighthearted? Because it's going at a breakneck pace and it's only 90 minutes. And we say 90 minutes, Eric, but remember, it's sandwiched between an opening and a closing too. So we're not even 90 minutes with Demon Knight, the actual film proper. So I don't think it has enough time for us to understand any of the characters in a way, including Breaker, who this is going to be my big problem, Eric, with the movie. Breaker, because they're hiding who he is for so long and they want to keep that a mystery to us, we don't know what we're supposed to think of Breaker. So I don't have a main character in this ensemble that I am on the ride with. It would be different if it was Jaylene's movie. Do you see what I mean? Jaylene is the one we entered the movie with. And Jaylene is the one who brought us into the story. And Jaylene is the one that we went on the journey with, and then Breaker enters her universe, and then at the end, Jaylene is the one who's moving on. I think the movie would be better served that way if somebody was like that. Rather, they just sort of throw everybody into an ensemble, and then we're left with the character you're most consistent with, and the character you're most following is Billy Zane. He's the one we completely understand his motivation. He's the one that we're laughing with, that we're following, but yet he's the villain. He has limited screen time and we're left with everybody else. Also, this movie does things like takes a long time with some sequences, like going down in the mines, him sealing all the rooms, things like that. And so I like Billy Zane's performance. I like the special effects. And I like this idea of a demon knight going through the centuries. However, at the end of this movie, my memories are Billy Zane, some of the special effects. The Crypt Keeper segments are joyful and funny because he's just always funny. But the rest of the movie, the kind of ensemble action piece just flattens out into a standard action-y movie to me. So that I think that I don't know that it's a movie that I'm going to revisit. It'd be tough because there are things I like in it, but I'm not sure I was completely sold on this movie. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's a bad movie. I don't know that I would recommend Demon Knight.
Ooh, right. Quelle surprise. Well, yeah. I mean, that was a rant, but
I'm sorry.
That was like 10 minutes. for Demon Night. But I can't take the movie for anything but its face value.
Okay.
And I love it because I don't need to go into the depth of this or that. And I could see how they would do it, but it would be a 2-hour movie. I just think the effects are awesome. If you're looking for like a fun popcorn, scary movie, that's what it is. The demons are awesome. Billy Zane is hilarious and does everything that you said, which is you are like, wow, this is the main character. This is the one that I know the most about. All the others, even Spraker, when I first watched the movie, I didn't really know anything about this guy, or did I care? But I did care about the journey that it set me on as far as being a fun monster movie. I love monsters, and this delivered. I thought the effects were awesome. So for me, it's if I want a fun 90 minutes of horror movie comedy, I guess, I'll watch it. And I've watched it. I've watched it a lot of times, but not for the boobs, because I don't care for those ones.
It gets the record now.
Yeah, if we were doing if we're doing about number of boobs, it's win so far. But I like this movie a lot, and I would recommend it. It's a great movie for monsters and demons and fun, and Billy Zane with his beautiful bald head.
All right, I'm going to concede something to you here.
Oh, shit.
Listening to you talk, I sit there and I wonder if I saw this movie with other people, like I was in a theater or in a group of people watching it, if it would be a lot more fun. Like, do you see what I mean? Like, oh, his head came off. Oh, is it?
It is.
Right.
Well,
that's what I'm wondering.
If I had seen it with you, watching it with you for the first time, and you went, oh, when he bashes through that guy's head.
Right.
I think it would have been.
Because I know movies like that. Like I'm thinking, like Planet Terror. Remember that part of Grindhouse, Planet Terror? Like that was a fun experience. We saw that together, actually. I think Planet Terror. We did. Me, you, a couple of friends, and it was fun. I remember there was an audience.
It was fun because we were all watching it. I mean, I might not even see that movie again.
So I'll concede that to you. That could possibly be really, really fun.
Yeah, but
we just need to. I mean, here we're pretty split on this one, Eric. So coming up with a rating, I'm kind of glad we don't have a rating system at this point.
Well, I know.
We'd have to come up
it'd
with one
be
right
pretty
now.
low, but we do have a rating. We do have a rating, and it's my rating. I guess I'm rating it, and then I'm going to have you rate this one also.
Oh,
be a first here in the podcast, but I'm rating it. So I think it's an 8 out of 10 pierced demon nipples is what I'm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I want more of the demon nipple. Give me more. That's what I 8 out of 10 demon rocker haircuts. That's what I say. Well, how many are you giving it?
Well, you're putting me on the spot.
I am.
I think,
no, we already know. You already said it. It's 5.
Yeah.
5.
No.
5.5 boobs.
I'm 4.
One side boob. What is it?
4.5.
Go ahead.
Nipple electrodes.
Nipple solders.
Now we can just use this for use those for anything.
As long as we have the word nipple in it, I think we're good.
Yeah. For this one, yes. So Eric, it's been great. This has been awesome discussing this movie, even though we disagree on the outcome.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
But that's good. That's why we do it.
That's why we do
Let
it.
The
but
listener decide.
But despite our differences, Eric, I have had a really fun time talking with you about this movie, and you sent me on quite a journey of discovery with this movie that I was happy to relate to you. So I hope you have all enjoyed listening to us here on Midnight Cinema. If you have, let us know what you think. You can reach us at midnightcinemapod@gmail.com. If you want to follow us, you can follow us at midnightcinemapod.com. Please subscribe to us on any of your favorite podcast apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're on there. And if you're there, rate and review us. It helps us get the word out. Let people know what you like about the podcast on there. And Eric, we will be back next week with another episode of Midnight Cinema.
Fantastic. And until then, Art, have a good night and pleasant screams.
Probably come up with a better one than that.